Of your morning routine should also be the sunrise specials, your favourite crafting items available at a special low price but only for the hour. Tune in to Good Morning Hochanda and start your day with a deal.
Hi, my name's Leona. I've been into crafting for many years now. As a little girl I'd craft for mum and dad, but then obviously it stuck with me that much that it became my career. I think for me crafting is so fun because there's always something new to learn, there's always something new to play with, and it's such a rewarding hobby as well. That's why I absolutely love it and recommend it to so many people. I'm really thrilled to be part of the Hochanda family, really excited about seeing how it's grown, seeing how it's developed so far, and all the brand new things that I know we've got coming up. I'm really passionate about getting back into demonstrating on TV as well, and actually sharing techniques with you, products with you that I personally love. I hope you can tune into my shows here live at Hochanda.
A very good morning to you. I hope you are well. It's a bit windy and blustery out there, so grab yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself a cup of tea. We've got a great show coming up. We've got John Lockwood and Gina B and the deal of the day. It's Good Morning Hochanda. Good morning, how are you? It is a bit wintry and blustery out there. I think we've got a bit of a hurricane coming in. However, if you've got yourself a coffee, you've got yourself a cup of tea, you've got your breakfast, all nice and warm, ready for the day ahead. A great day of crafting and a great day of deals as well. This is Good Morning Hochanda, and of course every morning we launch a deal of the day. Now the deal of the day lasts all day up until midnight, stock depending. I do need to say that because we were very busy yesterday for our deal of the day, and I've got a feeling we're going to be busy for this as well. This is your mixed media collection. You've got your grey board, chipboard, you've got your card and your polypropylene panels. 65 pieces in total, 65 pieces. So £9.98. You're saving £13.92. You're saving more than you're spending. It's a great deal, it really, really is. So think about all the different elements that we've got in here. So we've got a bit of grey board. You might be doing your mixed media on there. You might be using that through certain die cutting machines. On certain die cutting machines you can do, including the die cutting machine we had on the deal of the day yesterday. Yes, the Sizzix Big Shot. Now we've also got on here some, we said the grey board, you've got the chipboard, the card and the polypropylene, which I have just here. So this is really nice if you want to make some. If I was using this, I'd probably use this for some mobiles, for example, cutting out some great shapes and using your mixed media projects on here. You get, how many sheets of this do you get? I think you get 10, yeah, so you get 10 sheets of your polypropylene. If you've got some propositions for your polypropylene, not easy for me to say in the morning, is it? No. Please email in, we'd love to hear from you. It's studio@hochanda.com, so you get 10 of those. You've also got, I love this, I love your crafting card, and I'll tell you why I love this. You've got 20 sheets of this, but it's a really nice thickness as well. You've got the white on the back, so if you were to tear through here, for example, you'd have that lovely white edge going around the outside. Great again for your mixed media projects, great for making cards. If you wanted to score this down the middle and make a card like so, you can do, but it is fabulous for maybe adding designs, apertures to your cards. You've also got your craft paper. Love this. Again, you've got 20 sheets of this, so excellent quality. If you want to fold this and score this, you can do. Again, that will make your card, but it's also great for printing your designs on, getting your stamps on there, your mixed media projects, and turning that into cards, into journaling, for example, page in your journal if you want it to be. Then you have got your this is your grey board, I believe, because that's your chipboard. Chipboard's thicker. Chipboard's thicker. So this is your grey board. So you're getting the 10 of the chipboard and 5 of the grey board. So that is a lot of products for you to start crafting on. Already busy for these, only £9.98. You can see it's white on one side, but then you've got that lovely craft brown on the other. Nice vintage style to your mixed media. If you do want to get hold of this, the details are on the screen, 348976. That is your deal of the day, and that will last up until midnight tonight, stock depending. But you are saving far more than you're spending there. It's a great deal, it really, really is. Treat yourself and get stocked up with your deal of the day. But of course, this is Good Morning Hochanda. There's more deals on the way. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you this morning. We really would. Email in. It is studio@hochanda.com. Or maybe go onto Facebook and please leave your messages on there. We'd love to know what you're up to or what you're planning for the weekend. It's a lot different to last weekend weather-wise, isn't it? So it's a good weekend to stay in and do a little bit of crafting and maybe sort through your crafting stash and maybe stock up on your crafting stash as well. Right, let's start with our sunrise deals. We've got 693428. That's the item number. That's what you'll need if you give us a call or maybe go to the website. This is from Craft Asylum. We've got some 12 by 12 paper for you. We'll flick through the pad and have a look at that. And we've also got your brads and your tags, and you've got your stamps as well. This is a great set, 57 pieces in total. My word, have you seen that price? £10.80. £10. I don't think I could get fish and chips for £10.80 now. I don't think you can. Oh, in my day, it used to be £1.50 for both, but not now. But let's take a look at the different elements you've got in here. Let's start with your stamps. Love these. How cute are they? Beautiful designs in here. They're lovely. You get 19 stamps in total. So you've got some sentiments in there. You've got some tags, so you can add sentiments if you want to. You've got the two little characters in there. So you've got, would you say that's a penguin or an owl in a balaclava? I don't know. Could be either. Could be either. We've also got that little doggy there. Oh, it's so sweet. My neighbours have just got a brand new dog. Oh, little Penelope, if you're watching this morning. Oh, little dreamboat. She's gorgeous. And that's a brand new sister to Archie. Anyway, I divulge. Sorry, I've been talking about little doggies this morning. So there's your stamps. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, that could be Archie and Penny just there, all wrapped up. Let's talk about brads and tags. You get 37 pieces in this set. Really like this because, I'll tell you what, let me just open this up. I just want to show you the reverse of that because, yes, they look like buttons and they look like cabochons, but if I bring this forward, flip it round, you'll see that they're all brads. So these are great for adding embellishments to your card making, mixed media, to your bags. You could actually put these brads through fabric if they're a little delicate to put through. Maybe cut some holes to begin with and then place them through. But you've got those lovely designs in there that go with the stamps. So you've got, again, you've got that owl, or is it a penguin? I think it's an owl. Would you say an owl? Yeah, it could be a penguin. You decide. You decide when you get these home. Lovely colours as well. You've got some sage, you've got some blue, you've got some pink in there. Really, really like that. Maybe it is a penguin from The Line of Duty. And if you watch that programme, you know exactly what I mean. Right, no spoilers. But I have my theories. And I've put them all on Facebook. So if you don't want any spoilers, not saying that I'm right, but I did get it right last time. OK, let's have a look at your 12 by 12 paper pad. Love this. Remember, you get 57 embellishments in total. So that is your brads and your stamps and your 12 by 12 paper. Shall we have a look at the papers? Let's have a look at the papers. Let me stand that up. Don't know why I have to sing everything. Are you one of those people that sometimes just sings everything for no apparent reason? Just me then, just me. Right, okay, Craft Asylum, great company. Let's just take this. Now, are these on extended delivery at all, or are we 6 days? Thought so. 6 day extended delivery, just because of where they're coming from. So let's start with the toppers that you've got in here. You've got Lovely, you've got Smile. Always a good way to start the day, isn't it? With a lovely smile. You've got Love, Forever, Celebrate. You don't have to cut these out, you just simply pop them out, which is really nice. Add your own sentiments to the banners in there. Really like the colour arrangement. in here. So those are your toppers. You can see as I fold them over. Oh, they're double-sided. Oh, that's really handy. Double-sided, so you've got the love heart on that one. Can I be naughty and pop one out? Well, I've done it. There you go. Oh, sorry, Katie. You see? Double-sided. That's good. Which is really nice. So let's pop that there. Let me just get another one to show you. Let's get to the papers. The papers are they double-sided? Yeah, they're double-sided. So first of all, let's start with the borders, the banners, like the ribbons that you can see here. So we've got lots of different designs for you. All match colour-wise. That's nice. I like that. Like that ziggy-zaggy blue. Very nice. Double-sided as well. So on the ziggy-zaggy blue, or the chevron blue, you got some, again, you got some tags. These ones you will need to fussy cut out, but it does mean you could actually use this as a backdrop, as a piece of paper, so you could just elements. Everyone is okay? Yeah, please don't worry. Please don't worry. I told you there was a storm coming. We're not outside. We're not in a shed or anything like that, but everyone's fine. You're right, Katie?
I didn't do it. It just fell on.
No, I'm just asking if you're all right. It didn't fall on your head. Yes, yeah, it just fell on its own. How bizarre. Okay, so you've got your double-sided pad there. You can see you've got your different papers in there and your toppers. Love that. Excellent quality. And to make and create with this, well, you could do your journaling, you can make your cards, you can make a little memory book. Isn't this lovely? Here's a sample of things that you can make. So there's your brad at the top that goes through. You've got your different element from the paper pad in there. Open this up and then you can start to add your memories. Isn't that lovely? Do you know what? I've got a fascination with little books. I like little books. Maybe because there's not so much to read in it, but there you go. And that's something you can make, £10.80, 693-428. We won't send you this. You could make this from the elements that you are getting. There you go, 693-428 is your item number. If you have just joined us, good morning. This is Good Morning Hochanda, and we're taking you through our sunrise deals that we've got for you. Right, next up, how about a bit of cutting? Maybe you're doing a bit of craft with your fabrics, materials. I do need to tell you though, 20% is already gone. Yeah, you can look ahead, by the way, to all the different items we've got coming up. Head to the website and you can shop ahead before we even get there. It's like a race. Let's see who can get to the final product that we've got before we even get there. Right, 20% of the stock has already gone for these. This is from Fiskars, £14.40. You are saving more than you're spending here. So first of all, let's start with the scissors. If you are cutting with your scissors, you want something that's comfortable. If you have dexterity problems or maybe large hands and fingers like mine, then I've just got a bit of rheumatism. That's what I mean by big fingers. Actually, do a bit of Googling. Janice sausage fingers. That sounds really weird. But yeah, somebody did a write-up of me once. Said that I had sausage fingers. Of all the things they could write about, I'm very proud of that. I'm very, very proud of that. It was about probably 8 years ago. I've not held on to that at all. Welcome to Therapy with Janice. Good morning, Hochanda. Ease your day. Let it all out. Let it all go. If you've got something you want to get off your chest, let's have a bit of fun. If you've got something you want to get off your chest, maybe you've got something you need to admit, even after all these years. Now's the time to do it. We're having a good therapy day session here. Let's do it. Send in your messages. Come on, I'd love to hear them. Right. How did we even get to that from scissors? Anyway, these are great, and I'll tell you for why, because you can adjust them. So you've got that spring action in there, so you can modify the tension of the scissors, which helps with various different materials and fabrics that you're cutting into. You've got that large area there, so you can even fit your sausage fingers in there. Not that you've got them, I've got them, but it's a great pair of scissors. With any scissors, do be careful how you use them. Now, I'm interested in this little tool here. This is your fingertip swivel knife. Now, the instructions to use this are included, but at the top, you've got a blade. And what you do is you pop that through your finger. So you've got the, not the blade, That is very good that way. Okay, so your finger will go through there, and then you can hold it, and then you can start to curve around edges in your fabric. It's a little bit like the tool that you would use maybe on an electronic cutting device, even though it's not a rotary blade, but it does give you the chance to maneuver it around so you can do those curves. Sharp as well, so do be careful. Now, if you like that and you like using it a lot, you do get 2 extra blades with that. This is excellent value for money, it really is. Treat yourself, cut the right way, cut the nice way. There's nothing worse than having a pair of scissors that don't cut properly because the kids have been using them for something else. Third of the stock gone already for this, 420482, £14.40. It's a great price, the right price, isn't it? Right, let's move on. Sunrise deals, here we come. Wow, now we're always busy whenever we have Zutter on the show. You need to be quick to get hold of these. Again, look at the sale. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're saving £31.95. Think about what you can do with that price. What could I do with that? Well, that could be almost my monthly payment of my season ticket pass. There you go, mention Leicester City, nice and early. That could be 1.5 times my phone contract. It could be the gas bill. So that's a lot of money to save. It's a lot of money to save. Well, what are you getting here? Well, you're getting a whole mixture of Zutter products. You've got your 6x6 covers. Nice binding on there as well. So you've got your 6x6 covers. You've got 75 sheets of 6x6 black pages. 75. And that is black. Do you know what I mean by that? It's a really nice deep black. So that's really going to offset anything that you place on there. So there's not many fleckles of grey, because sometimes with card you get tiny fleckles of grey in there. So it's not true black. That is. So that's fabulous. So that is 75 sheets of black pages. I was going to say you've got 1 black pudding, but it says 1 pack of binding. You see? My mind's going totally somewhere else today. I've never eaten black pudding in my life. Right, so you also get a pack of binding wire, which is there. It's your O wires, aren't they? Yeah, your O wires. So that's your 6-pack just there. You're getting a lot for your money here, 87 pieces in total. So if you want to separate your journaling sheets, you've got the opportunity to do that. And do you get 2 sets of that? You do. So you get 2 sets of the dividers. There you go. That's a lot for your money, £13.20. Think about this. Maybe you've got a craft fair coming up. Maybe you've got a fete coming up. You might want to sell these on that craft fair. You could do. You could resell these if you want to, because you're saving £31.95. £13.20. It's a sunrise deal. 088421. That certainly is going to make you rise and shine this morning. Right, more deals for you. Good morning. Hochanda brings you deals every single day at 7 a.m. every single morning. It's a fabulous way to wake up, and it's a great way to get your products, as you can see just there. Give us a call. The call centre are up bright and early waiting for your call this morning. And you can also order on the website. You can also order on the Hochanda Go application. Always make sure your apps are updated as well. If there's an update available to you, head to your corresponding app store. It could be the Apple App Store, or it could be the Google Play Store, and then make sure your app is up to date. But it does mean that you can watch us on the go when you've got your 4G, whether you've got a Wi-Fi connection. It might be that you want to watch a show on Rewind. You can do that. You can do that by tapping on the calendar at the top of the app. But you can also buy from us as well. I know, watching on your phone and buying from us. It's great, isn't it? Good excuse to take the dog a walk if someone else is watching the television. Right, we're already busy for this collection. Yes, we are. This is your A4 cardstock collection. It ranges between 290 and 400 GSM. You've got your white, your bamboo, your terracotta, your rust, and more. 220 sheets in total. Really good stock, this. You can never have too much of the essentials in your craft room. You really can't. Now, let me just gather these out to show you, because got some different textures on here. So you've got your black there. Again, it's a real deep black, but there are tones in this one, slight tones. You can see that, like water tones of grey, just slightly. So that's really nice. A really nice effect on there. So that's your black. You've got your terracotta It's like a linen effect in there. Almost matches my shirt. Oh, look at that. The shirt and the card become one. I thought the shirt was coral. Turns out to be terracotta. Taking it back. I bought it as coral. Clearly it's terracotta. Clearly. But I like terracotta. It's a lovely colour. Double-sided. And then this one, which is... do you know what? Would you say that's rust or that's rust? That's terracotta. We're going with terracotta. We're gonna go with a bit of rust. Or would you say that? Oh, yeah, it could be the other way round, you know. Oh no, you know what that means, don't you? This is where you cut to my face. I've got a rusty old shirt. Just a rusty old... Back to the card. So that's your terracotta and your rust. That colour there. Yellow. Bamboo. Bamboo. Yeah, that's bamboo. The old bamboo, the old bamboo. Yep, we all start singing that. We've got the lovely white, could be like a coconut white. And this one, let's take your eye to that one there, because that has got a really nice texture. You can, look at that, it's nice. Nice with gilding wax on there. Beautiful. So it's great quality, and it's only £12. Only £12 for 120 sheets, which works out to be 8p a sheet. 8 times 120 times 8p, calculating it in my head. 10p a sheet. Oh yeah, of course it is. Katie, my producer, actually. I was going to say 10p a piece, and then something got lost in translation in my head. So I said 8p, trying to be clever. And then Katie even worked it out on a calculator. Well, it's early. Good morning, Hochanda. Shall we move on? Let's do it. It's a great deal, though. It really is. It'll be delivered to your door. If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included in that. Your P&P is included. So it's a great deal. 144787 is your item number for that. Right. We've got another fantastic deal for... Oh, do you know, I don't know where to stand this side. Or this side. I'll stand this side. Right. Got another great deal. If you're going for the deal of the day, if you really like that deal of the day, you might want to add this to your basket as well, because you are getting even more goodies within the same area of mixed media. So, genre. So you've got your mixed media collection here. You've got your craft card, your grey board, your acetate, which is included in this one, not your deal of the day. You've got your polypropylene panels, 90 pieces in total, 90 pieces in total. It's a great deal. With the grey board as well, you do get 2 different sizes. There you go. So great for your mixed media. You get 16 by 16 and 12 by 12. 12 by 12. Is that centimetres? Centimetres, yes. I'm still thinking in inches. So 12 by 12 centimetres, we're talking new money, imperial. £10 and 8p, it's a great deal, it really is. The craft card itself, it's fabulous, isn't it? You've got different GSMs in the craft card. You've got 100 GSM, 130 and 220. So let's get one of the 220. Where's that? There you go. Get that out. Oh, it's like the thunder. A bit of thunder and lightning this week. Yeah, there's a bit of thunder and lightning this week around the country. So different GSMs, great deal, £10 and 8p. If you want to get hold of this, place this into your basket, 505591. It's fantastic if you're doing any vintage style cards, maybe batch making, maybe you've got some mixed media projects coming up, a workshop. If you've got a workshop, fabulous for that, because you can provide the people in your workshop with some great grey board, some great cards, some polypropylene. Maybe if you've never used this to work with, you've got the opportunity to do that. You've also got your acetate as well. We've got lots of mixed media shows coming up throughout the weekend, so it might be an idea to order these so that when you get the products from the other mixed media shows, you've got something to work on. £10 and 8p, great price. 505591. Very, very busy for that. Very busy for that this morning. Right, happened was, I just flicked something off the counter there because I thought it might be something, but it wasn't. It was a bead. No bead was harmed in the making of this programme. Right, we've got some ribbon. We have got 330 yards. Wow. These are lovely. We've got 14 different ribbons, so let's take a look at the colours. That's really nice. That's like a coral peach. Love that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful and bright. I'll hold it up against the shirt. Oh, yeah, that makes me feel better because when I held the card up, I felt like it was rusty. That's a bit more pink. Yeah. Apparently, I've got rusty coral. I am seeing a doctor about it. Apparently, it's a 7-day course of antibiotics. And I'll be back. I'm feeling fine again. Right, this is nice. This would be good for special occasions like weddings. You've got the gold around the outside, that nice glittery gold. Very nice, very nice. Oh, this is nice. Again, everything's nice, nice. I need to think of some more words. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Really like the detail in that. Different widths as well. There is your check. Really nice. Oh, spotted. So these are similar hues in purples and pinks. Nice satin style ribbon there. 130 yards in total. Oh, I think that's about an inch. Yes, about an inch in thickness. And then you've got your other styles. Again, all on that theme of aubergine and pinks. Lovely. If you do want to get hold of these, then your item number is 967626. Stock up. It means you've got lots of different variants. It means you've got lots of different styles. You've got lots of different colours. So you've not just got the one ribbon to work with. You're going to have a whole collection, 330 yards. £20 and 4 pence. You are saving an incredible amount there. The original price, £56. So maybe if you try and hunt that down at another day, at another time, it'll be £56. But not here today, not in your sunrise deal. It's £20 and 4 pence. Good morning, Hochanda. I hope you're well. It's great to have your company. It's 7:25 in the morning. But of course, it could be different times wherever you are watching us on. If you're in New York, for example, it could be 2:20 in the morning. If you are in Paris, 8:25 in the morning. And if you are in London, it's the time it is now. Or it might be a few nanoseconds to that way or that way. Who knows with the shifting patterns. Anyway, good morning to you. I hope you're well. We've got some great deals coming up. We've had some great deals. You can see them all on the website if you want to. But we shall be going over the deals again. Let's just hope we've got stock. Right, this is an excellent price, £12. You're saving £33. Definitely worth going for. You're getting the envelopes, and you're getting the cards as well. Now, the cards have got sentiments on them. And on the cards, let me just work this out. Okay. Apparently, people want to know what I've had for breakfast this morning. Nothing just yet, just a coffee. Hence the madness and the weirdness. I need food. But you can deliver it to us here at Hochanda. That would be, wouldn't that be lovely one day, everyone to bring us breakfast? Do you know what? Tell me what you're having for breakfast. What is your Saturday morning breakfast? Because sometimes you go throughout the week and you do your you grab some toast, you do this. But on a Saturday, you do your special breakfast. Katie, what's your special breakfast? Oats. Porridge. Katie gets her oats in the morning. What's your special breakfast? Let me know. Let me know. Right, we have got some cards, and on the cards you've got the sentiments. However, the sentiments don't go on the outside necessarily. You can place them on the inside. So you can add your own designs on the front, and you can open up, and you've got Thinking of You, for example, and then you can put your message on the inside. Very, very classic design, and you've got the capability of putting that on the inside. If you want to stick this on the outside, then that is going to be entirely up to you. So you've got different sentiments here. You've got Thinking of You, you've got With Love, you've also got Anniversary, Happy Anniversary in there. You have got thinking of you. So these are the different designs that you've got. Happy anniversary, thinking of you. I'll tell you what, do you want to run across and then I'll see what we've got rather than me leaning over, because I don't have all the samples behind, sorry. So we'll start. Congratulate. Oh, that's going. Congratulations. Thank you. I like that. I love that. With love. Oh, that's nice. With the heart as the O. Oh, that's so sweet. Thinking of you. That's nice. Again, you can have those on the outside or on the inside. In fact, with that, with love, saw a little butterfly in the corner. So there's a little design on each one as well. You've got Christmas greetings. So at least you've got some Christmas cards there. Merry Christmas. You might be holding a party at Christmas. These could be your invitations. You've got happy birthday with the cake. And you've got the little cake in the corners there. And you've got happy anniversary with the 2 glasses there. Just going chink chink. Happy anniversary. And good luck. Good luck. There you go. So you're getting 9 designs, 144 cards. It's a great deal. It really is. It's £12. The details are just gone for the moment. But the item number is 858485. We'll reload that information in a moment's time. If you want to give us a call, you can do, and just let the people know on the call centre that you want the envelopes and the sentiments, and they'll deal with that for you. Fabric occasions. Oh, sorry. Right. Good. Okay. Let's talk fabrics. Love these. And I know you love them as well, because these are great for patchworking. They're fantastic for making individual items as well. They're great for mixing up, because you've got the same pattern on all of them, but you've got a different set of colours. Really like the colours on here. And the colour of the flower, which is a tulip, corresponds with the colour of the background of the fabric. So this is your burgundy, but you've got that nice lighter burgundy pink background. You've got, oh, this is kind of the only one that doesn't do what I've just said. This is the mustard, but you've got the black in the mustard. You've got your purple, which is really nice with the purple flowers. You've got your turquoise petrol colour. You've got your grey. Lots of people going for grey at the moment on their homes. Grey windows, grey doors, grey fences. Very, very popular at the moment. And then you've got your green. Let's show you the size, shall we? Which one would you like me to show you the size of? Let's see if we can channel this morning to me here. Which one would you like to see in its fullness? I think it's this one. I think it's this one you've chosen. If I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, don't bother. I'm only kidding. Let's open that. Oh, wow. That is a huge size. That is, do we know what's the size? Oh, 1 metre by 137 centimetres. That's sizable, isn't it? And that's the same size for each colour, so you're getting all 6 of those. That's fabulous. You could make a waistcoat, you could make some cushions, you could make a lot of bags, a lot of lining in bags as well. It's a fabulous deal, and you've got the different colours in there. If you do want to get hold of this, it's only £18. You're saving £18. It's 703437 is your item number if you want to get hold of those. Love it when we have great fabrics on the show, especially when we have great deals like that. If you've just tuned in, good morning. You are watching Good Morning Hochanda. Yes, good morning. I've got Gina B with me. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
Not a Eurovision Song Contest winner.
No.
But a super craft expert. Now, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business? Because we've got you coming up in the next hour at 8 o'clock.
Yes, I'm on at 8 and 11 today.
Yes.
I have been making textile trimmings, passementery, for probably, in actual fact, longer than I care to say, but with this business about 9 years now.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, quite a long time. And prior to that, a graphic designer and illustrator for ever since school, virtually.
Yes, well, we were talking about some of the products you've made have actually been for films.
Yes,
and you've been asked to make those products.
Yeah, because it's the textile trimmings. I've done weaving for museums. I've made buttons for films. I've done things for theatre. A lot of things for theatre. Things like when they're doing authentic productions and they need that extra little thing that they can't actually buy. That's the thing. When you're making the textile trimmings, it's because you're doing something that can't be just easily shop bought. And
I guess that's the attraction for the products that we've got in the show at 8 o'clock today. So what are we seeing?
All right, at 8 o'clock I'm going to bring narrow weaving. So weaving bands, they're traditionally called tapes or inkles, and lots of different types of trims. And I'm going to be bringing a loom that you build yourself, and then you can use it forever. Wow. So to make all of these things, it really is very easy.
It's easy to make up the loom, and we're going to get some great demonstrations from Gina to show you how you can weave. These are gorgeous. We could use these for trims on dresses or
dresses, home furnishings. You can make necklaces out of them, bracelets, dog collars. Traditionally, the more colourful but plainer weaves would have been used for things like apron strings, shoelaces, tying up anything that really needed tying up. They're great to tie journal covers and to bind around edges of journals. You want, if you like the sort of rustic look with your paper crafting, then use cottons or linens, and you can make nice ties and bows and things like that with it. So really anything that you would use a ribbon or trim that you would buy, you can now make them yourself. It really is very addictive.
And of course it means that they are bespoke to the project
exactly,
that you're working on. You're not
exactly.
dictated by the colours of the different trims that you're buying.
That's right. And you can use, some of your fancy fibres and things like that to add different interest as well.
Perfect. If you want to see Gina B, please stay with us. And 8 o'clock is the show, and you're back at 11 o'clock as well.
Yes.
Can't wait. I'm with you at 8, so we're going to
have fun.
And we've got a few things in common that we'll tell you about during the 8 o'clock show. I wonder if you can guess. Thank you, Gina. We'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, Gina's going to stay with us, but I do want to remind you of the deal of the day. It is a mixed media collection. You're getting greyboard, chipboard, card, and polypropylene panels. That usual price of £23.90. You're not paying that. No, you're saving. It's just £13.92 today. So stock up on your mixed media collection. This deal is going to be available until midnight tonight. Stock depending, of course. Always stock depending. And just to give you a heads up, we do mention this throughout the day, so we are very, very busy for that deal of the day. It might be an idea to get it in right now. Get it in early, and that is your deal of the day. But next... How are you, Joyce? Everyone.
I'm not free bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very, very good. You know Gina, don't you?
I do. We were talking in the green room earlier, and I was lusting after her ribbing. This is just beautiful. I can't wait to see that. I just think that's fascinating. Sorry. I could keep going on that for hours. I think it's brilliant.
This is lovely though, isn't it? When we all get together, and when crafters get together here at Hochanda, it's fabulous in that green room. You've got a lovely area to rest in.
It is beautiful in there.
Yeah, it's right next to our little tiny box.
It's not an awful place. What I like
the presenters are in. No, I do like it.
It is, because I come in and I always bring my laptop, and I always intend that I'm going to do some drawing and get some things done, and I pack my bag and go home and go, all I've spent is today's laughing and talking. I do nothing in there.
You can't work.
You can't, but everyone gets on. That's what I love about the craft world.
Yeah,
we all do genuinely get on and talk.
Yeah, and it's great to share those inspirations as well. Talking of inspirations, let's talk about your one-day special.
Yes.
My word, you were busy yesterday.
Yes, it was rather, wasn't it?
We were talking about the one-day special in the corridor, and we were talking about what you had. Dad, and I was saying how excited I was to see it, and my word, everybody was very excited to see this. Can we talk through what we've got? Where should we start? Let's start with the alphabet. Which one shall I start with? Is it this one?
Start with the A.
Yeah, that would be...
That always helps us.
There you go.
doesn't it?
That's what I was trying to find. I had it upside down. You try finding these when they're upside down, back to front, and half kilt. Right.
Yeah, and there's so much detail on there.
Thank you, John.
Well, there is. It is quite difficult, to be honest. I was looking last night with them upside down, reverse, trying to find out the letters I needed.
These are beautiful.
Thank you. They're sort of... To me, I call them cardinal letters.
Okay.
I'm sure that's not the proper word for them, but I make up my own words.
That's fine.
But these are what you'd find at the beginning of an illuminated manuscript or on something like Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
I wanted something big that we could colour, we could gild, we could do something with. But what I didn't want was them all in the same.
Yes.
So this covers about 200 to 300 years of history.
Does it?
So, yeah, you've got ones in here that are very, to me, Art Deco, Art Nouveau, like the B.
Oh,
It's a very sort of Art Nouveau, Art Deco. If you move on to the C, it's very arts and crafts movement, William Morris, that style of thing. The A, again, to me, is almost Tudor.
Yes.
It's 15th, 16th century.
I love that.
So
what a great story.
They're all from different genres, and they're all genuine from those time periods.
Yes.
So, you know, these are all copyright free, do what you want with them. But they've all come from sort of old original manuscripts and drawn and things like that, so that they're not... So you've got something different. I mean, that A, I just love embossing that in gold. It looks amazing.
I bet it is.
But the B, I love colouring.
Yeah.
So that was the idea, and I wanted to do it so that you've got a full... The whole collection together is a full A3 set of stamps.
Yeah, there's you've got your D there, your E. I was just looking, instantly I always go for J.
Yes.
Of course. Not just for you, John, but for me, Janice.
I thought you might do.
Yeah, so thank you for designing that so beautifully. G for Gina, of course.
And it's gorgeous as well, actually.
Is that a bird on there, John?
No, it's a sort of like a stylised lily.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But again, that's got a... I don't even know. I think that would
Actually,
probably be
there
about
is
18th, 19th century, wouldn't it?
It's
Yeah,
just
I
on the
think
top
so.
there that I thought was like a bird.
No, it's sort of the lily sort of cuts itself into the letter.
How
A
beautiful.
canvas leaves.
Ah, that's the one.
A canvas.
I'm never
There
good
you
at
go.
naming things.
So that's the first set of the alphabet. Let me just turn this around to show you the other set that we've got. And there's some extras at the bottom, isn't there?
There is, because I thought when I'd done them, to get the right size, I wanted to go with the dies that match. They had to be 55 centimetres, 55 millimetres wide, each number. But that left me space on the bottom of the set, and if we'd have done these as separate A5 sets, we would have added another 40 to 50% on the price.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we worked really hard to get these at the price we got them at. So I'd got the space at the bottom. I thought, what are these perfect for? I thought weddings and invitations.
Yes.
So you choose your and, you choose your and for sand. So you can put J and J
Yeah, you can.
on your invitations, which I don't have you today because I was going to do that.
Oh, my goodness.
You'd get killed.
You and Joe Channon.
Yes, we're both intending.
Yes.
But you can do J and an S. You can do the letters together.
Yes.
And put the and sort of worked in there. Or what I've actually done is I've got some things, 'cause I'm always working forward.
Yes.
I've got some dies coming, and I needed some florally swirl stamps, so I've used the and for sands on the bait around the edge to give that
gorgeous,
swirl. There's loads of things you can do in there, and that's what I loved about it.
It is a gorgeous set, and I think something like this as well would be great for using with grandchildren, children at school, learning about history, using their letter and all the different detail that's in there as well. You know, learning to spell, for example, it's such a fun way. This was something that I really enjoyed doing at school with the letters and drawing around the letters and getting quite fancy with them.
Yes,
so,
I remember you saying yesterday it's the sort of thing you love doing, but what you can do as well, because we've got dies which are an inch high to match in a similar font, you can actually do the cardinal letter, stick the dies down, but then draw around the dies.
So you
And
can add your
finish
own
design,
detail.
add your own detail.
Oh, that's
The
exciting.
rest of the word is plain,
Yes.
just the cardinal is fancy. And I thought you could sit there and zentangle or draw all around.
Oh, I want to go. Can I have a go later?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I'd love to have a go. Oh,
We'll try and do Janice later. You're going to have to swap in and do one of the shows.
Or
so we can do Janice.
I can do a card. I can do A and P. Archie and Pen and LP.
Oh.
Or Archie and Penny. Yes. two little chihuahuas next door.
Yes, I was watching earlier.
John, thank you ever so much. When are you coming up? 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, the one-day special. 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then final call at 5 if the stock lasts that long. My word, you've been busy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Gina B, you're coming up at 8 o'clock with myself and 11 o'clock today.
Yep.
You can, of course, check out all the products before these guys come to air so you can get in early. But let's take a look at the one-day special. We'll thank John, we'll thank Gina, and we'll see those a little later on. But that is your one-day special, my word. It doesn't make you want to start crafting, it doesn't make you want to start drawing. When you've got something as elegant as that to start with, you do want to continue, you do want to finish it off. What a lovely idea there from John, and what a fabulous price at £44.98. Made even better by FlexiBuy, which means you can divide the cost into two if you want to. 128578 is your item number, and that is your one-day special. But here are your sunrise specials. It's great to have your company this morning. This is Good Morning Hochanda, a brand new show every single day on Hochanda, but it's always fabulous to have your company. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're up to today as well. You can email in. It is studio@hochanda.com, or leave a message on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Love to see what you're up to as well. Leave your inspirations. Woo, a little bit of a 1960 zoom. Right. Oh, what just popped in my pocket? Oh, I see. A little heart. It's a heart in my pocket, and this comes from the next set that we've got available for you. This is from Craft Asylum. This is just one of the toppers that you can get in your set, so you can make and create a book like this with all the different elements, and if you're going for the card that we've got on the show, you could also use that in the grey boards. You've got your brads in there, you've got your card toppers, you've got your backing papers as well. Only using part of the backing paper looks gorgeous, doesn't it? The backing paper that we've got for you is 12 by 12, by the way, but you see there, just using a tiny part of it, along with the tags, along with the ribbons that you've got included in this set, makes a really nice design for you. Let's run you through what you're getting for £10.90. Wow, start with the stamps. You're getting 19 stamps in this deal. We're very busy for this one. It doesn't surprise me. £10.80 is a great price. Great price if you're buying a present for somebody. A great price just to stock up. Okay, so you've got your stamps there, 19 in total. There's 37 brads. Now you'll see some tags, but they're brads. The brads are tags. Let me just open that up and show you. So we've got those lovely brads there. Let me turn that around, each and every one. There you go, so you can pop that through card, try and pop it through some material. Let me just have a feel of that, see if you can. Yeah, that should be okay. If it's not, and you do want to put it through any fabric, you could possibly put some holes in first. So there you go, fantastic. Really like the colourway in these, really do. You also get your paper pad as well, which corresponds with your brads, and also the stamps as well. You can use them separately if you want to. You've got 9 double-sided papers in here, and you've also got some toppers as well. So let's open that up. So you've got your toppers there. You can just simply push those out. You don't need to cut them out, as I did with this one. A little bit of ink around the edge on that would really finish that off nicely. You've got 2 sides to them. That one was plain on one side, but some of them do have print on the other side, as you can see just there. You've also got your double-sided papers. So some really nice, interesting designs. You don't have to use all of them at once. You can just use part of that. You see you've got your zigzag, you've got your stripes in there, you've got your love hearts in the grey. And let me lift that one up, and more stripes and more chevrons. Beautiful set of paper that is. £10.80. That is for everything. That is for your paper pads, it's for your brads, and it's also for your stamps as well. If you do want to get hold of this, it's a great price. Details on your screen right there, but do get in because we're very, very busy. 693428. Now, in order to craft, whether you're cutting fabric or paper or card, you need some cutting devices. We've got some here, but we're limited stock. Limited stock means you've only got a few chances left to get hold of these. It's a great price. You've got your scissors now. They can be adjusted for the tension. You've got that large handle there, which is fabulous. They're ambidextrous as well, so you can use them with either hand. And then you've got this fantastic cutting tool here that you can place on your finger and you can just move around, so you've got that stability, and this is going to allow you to get those curvatures in your fabric or your card. If you're using this with fabric, it would be an idea to stabilize the fabric first to make it stiff like card or paper, and then you've got your 2 extra tools, your 2 extra blades for that. But limited stock, £14.40, treat yourself. We've also got on the show some Zutter, and you're utterly bonkers for Zutter. Utter Zutters. Are you an absolute Zutter? If you are, get hold of this. 088421 is your item number. It's a great deal. You've got your covers. So you've got your bamboo covers. Really like those designs. You've also got your card in here. So you've got your black pages, you've got your 1 pack of binding wire, 87 pieces by the way in total, and you've also got your dividers as well, £13.20, all of that. £13? Is it? Oh, news, you know the scissors and the cutting tools, they've just gone, sold out. So I'm now going to do that, that and that. They're gone. They're gone. You can still get hold of your Zutter though, you nutters, for your Zutters, 08841. No offence intended. Moving on. Right, if you want something to do with card, if you're hard for card, a whole variety of different colours and different weights to your card. It's going so well, move on. Don't refer to it, don't talk about it, move on. Mixed media, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. We've got some mixed media for you now. If you are going for, that's still the card, lovely card, which is fantastic. There you go. Good morning, Hochanda. Right, it's going so well as well. If you are going for your deal of the day, you might want to add this. So many of you are doing that, actually, and really stocking up. We're very busy for this lot. £10.08, 505591. When I say lot, I mean the lot. You're getting 90 pieces in total. You've got your craft card, your grey board, you've got your acetates, you've got your polypropylene panels, 90 pieces in total, saving £12.32. If you do want to get hold of these, I'd be quick because we're very, very busy. So you've got a whole collection of different medias there to work with, your mixed media paints, your inks, for example. See what you can make and create with those. You're going to have a great time. 505591. Right, we've got some ribbon next. Don't go there. We've got some ribbon next. You've got 330 yards. We've got some gorgeous tones of colours here. You've got your light pinks, you've got your dark pinks, your deep pinks, you've got some aubergine colours in there, and you've got some different designs on your ribbon. That is gorgeous. Look at the colour of that pop out. Next to that one, for example, with the spots. Love that. Some more spots there, but a different colourway, which is gorgeous. And then you have got your aubergine. You've got your gorgeous pink in there. Oh, they're gonna stand. No. Never give up. Never give up. Oh, never give up. Never give up. Sometimes it's good just to pop them down as well. That's nice. It's like well, it's shimmery. Let me just get that. It's a bit like organza. Organza. There you go. Just pop that over there. Which is really nice. Yes, that is your organza. That's that there. Some more gorgeous pinks. Oh dear. Apologies, everybody. Please tune in tomorrow. It'll get better. I've got the day off, so it'll be fine. We've got some good, that's like a mink colour, which is beautiful. So many different designs in here and different widths of ribbon. £20 and 4 pence for the whole lot. £24 and 4 pence for the whole lot. Stock up, which is a great idea because it means you're getting a whole collection, something perhaps you wouldn't normally choose, but something that you are going to use. And I have to pop these back in their sizes because it's just the way I do things. There you go. Let's move on. Right, card inserts and envelopes as well. You've got a variety here, and this is how they work. So you get your sentiment. In this instance, I've got thinking of you. And I am thinking of you this morning. Now, this is on paper. You can pop that on the outside if you want to, but it works beautifully, and I think this is how it's intended for the inside of the card. So you can put your own design on the front and then open it up, thinking of you, and then you can put your personal message in there if you want to. So there's lots of different ways you can use these. You've got some Christmas designs, you've got thinking of you, you've got with love, and each of the designs have got a nice little motif or corner design. Corner design. I was going to say accent, but corner design. 858485 is your item number. You've only got about 6.5 minutes left to get all of the deals at this price. We've got some great items on the show. We've got some Zutter, we've got some Cardstock, we've sold out of the cutting devices, we've got the Craft Asylum, great prices, mixed media. This is a fab price as well, £12 for 144 cards in total. If you do want to get hold of that, give us a call. You've got the telephone number right there, or head to the website. Let's talk about fabric. Been busy for this as well. This is perfect occasions. We have got 6 metres of beautiful, beautiful fabric. I love this. You've got the green, you've got the pink, like burgundy, you've got the mustard, the black, you've got the purple, you've got the petrol colour, and you've got the grey as well. It's a sizable piece of fabric, but you're getting 6 100% cotton. Tulip collection, 1 metre by 137 centimetres. Make some lining for your bags, make the outer part for bags, make table runners, make quilts, make cushions, so many different things. You could make a little dress, a little skirt, for example. Beautiful designs. You could be making a bag to take out during the summertime. You could be making a table runner or design to put out on your table during the summer, maybe some napkins. How about something for the baby on the garden, or for yourselves, a picnic? Not a blanket because it's 100% cotton, but just somewhere to sit. Beautiful, beautiful. So greys and purples, you've got your petrels, your mustards, your pinks, and your greens. Shall we open one up again to show you? Let's do that, because there you go. Size sometimes is very important, and that means on this occasion you are getting a lot of fabric. That was a chair that you could cover with this fabric, which got gorgeous, isn't it? Really nice. And the tulips in this instance have got the green and then the colour. You could do some quilting on there as well, which would look great. Some embroidery, maybe some embroidery around the flowers. We just pop that on there. So if you do want to get hold of this, details £18 for all 6. You're saving £18, 703-437. My word, we've had some great deals on the show today. Please remember, you've still got a chance to get your deal of the day. This deal of the day goes all the way up till midnight tonight. It's 348976, your mixed media collection. Plenty of people going with that, with the other mixed media deal that we've got for you. This is fabulous. So £13.92 is your saving. It's only costing £9.90, less than £10 for your grey board, your chipboard, your card, your polypropylene, and your panels as well. Your deal of the day is always launched on Good Morning Hochanda and lasts for 24 hours. So that does that go all the way through till tomorrow morning? I was saying it goes all the way through till midnight. I stand corrected. It goes all the way through until tomorrow morning. It gets even better, but the sunrise deals, you've only got seconds left to get hold of those because, well, the prices go back up at 8 o'clock, so a couple of minutes. So please do check out your baskets. It's been an absolute joy to have your company this morning. I hope you have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. It might be an idea to stay with us though for the next show. We've got a great show with Gina B coming up, and of course then we've got John Lockwood, and that deal of the day continues throughout the day. Plenty of shows on Hochanda. Please, please stay with us and join us again tomorrow morning for Good Morning Hochanda. A few minutes left to check out your baskets. Make sure you do that. Have a great morning. Stay where you are. We're going to tell you now what's coming up for the rest of your day. As promised, we've got Gina B coming up next. Next, we've got John Lockwood with the One Day Special. And then we have got Angela Damon Designs at 10 o'clock, please.
Hi, I'm Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils, the Craft Station Limited. We're a craft retailer and we specialise in stainless steel stencils. Our stencils are manufactured in metal. This allows us to have designs that are intricate. We also have new products coming on board, our craft bonds, our pole drops, and our acrylic paints are joining us. We've recently joined Hochanda and we're really excited. This allows us to demonstrate and show our products. We know customers like seeing the demonstrations, so make sure you tune in and don't miss the Sweet Poppy shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Bev, I'm from Be Crafty. We have been going for about 14 years and 4 years ago we started designing and making our very own stamps just for you. All of our stamps are designed and made here at Be Crafty by my own fair hands, and we love using them for lots of different crafty projects. I love playing with our stamps and templates and getting as inky as I can, whether it's spraying or blending ink or stamping ink, paints, everything. We absolutely love it, and that's what we want to show you when we come to Hochanda, because we get to demo as much as we like, which is fantastic, so I can show you all the techniques that I'm learning too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
The quirky and unique design of the Hobbytech tape dispenser will revolutionise the way you use tape. Quick and easy to use with a non-slip base, perfect for quick wrapping, gift wrapping and quick sticking, you'll be able to wrap, cut and stick with one hand. To add this to your order, go to hochanda.com. A very good morning to you if you've just joined us. I hope you are well today. It's a bit blustery outside, so stay in and watch us on Hochanda all morning and get crafty and cosy with us. And get crafty and cosy with Gina B.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. Can't wait to do this show. Really like the look of the products we've got and a very interesting concept as well. It is my first show with you.
It is.
And it might be the first show for some people out there. So can we just have a little introduction to yourself, Gina, and what we've got in store?
Gina B Silkworks specialises in textile trimmings, passementery, in traditional textile crafts. So primarily along with the soft crafts, but hopefully mixing it up and bringing it a little bit modern as well as very, very traditional techniques.
Like the sound of that. Now what we've got available for you in the show are projects that you can make and create, but projects that when you make and create them will give you so much as well. Let's start right here with the Tape Loom kit. Now this is available on FlexiBuy. If you want to buy it at £59.99, that's absolutely fine. But look at that, 2 payments of £30 makes it affordable, makes it easy to buy, and it gets you what you want when you want it, like having your cake and eating it too. Tell us what we've got here.
Okay, so basically what you have here is a loom. Put it together yourself. It's very, very simple to put it together. It's not MDF, it's actually a birch plywood, so that you can stain it and treat it as more traditional loom. It's based on 18th century style box looms. Okay, and these are something that many, many women had in the home to weave tapes. Otherwise, some people may know them as inkles.
Right.
And it's basically narrow woven fabric that you can use. Think of ribbons and trims and apron strings, ties. You can make a tubular weave, so you can do shoelaces. Anything,
like friendship bracelets.
Yeah, all sorts of things. Yeah, all sorts of things. Anything really that you would use a long, narrow strip of trimming for. So you can use it in modern sense as well as in more traditional sense. So what you're getting is not just the loom, but you're getting something that you can use forever, really. Treat it well, you can use it forever.
So it's not just ornamental, it's a product.
It is actually an item that you will use again and again. One of the most mindful things out there actually is weaving.
Really?
Yeah. You
we've
can
heard
just
that a lot,
get
actually.
into it and you just weave. You know, once that's set up, you just go back and forth and
I guess
weave
it's like
and think
getting, it is getting into the groove, isn't it?
That's right, you just get into a rhythm and you just go. And which is why so many people actually enjoy weaving.
Yes.
And weaving on a small scale, obviously you're not getting into big floor looms and weaving cloth, you're weaving something that's nice and useful.
I like the sound of that, so do you. That's why 10% of the stock has gone already. You get all the instructions to put it together, and you also get a weaving pattern as well. So if you've never ever used one of these, you've never weaved before, it's going to be easy for you to follow along and make and create. So if I just pick this up and turn this around, you'll see some of the patterns that you will be able to make when you get this home and you start weaving for the very first time.
So in the box you've also got glue.
Yes.
You've got some fine grit sandpaper so that you can finish off any bits that you need, and you're also getting some thread so that you can at least get started. Obviously the colours will vary, but you will get 2 balls of thread so that you can get started right away and do some weaving.
What's the kind of thread that we need to stock up on to use?
Really, you can use all sorts of threads. The thread needs to be not too stretchy. And it needs to actually fit through the hole of the heddle, those little holes. Now, I have experimented with a 4-ply cotton yarn. Works just fine, as does a double knit yarn. It's a little stretchy double knit yarn, but if you've got some laying around, then you can use that. But what's really nice are crochet cottons. And perle cotton, something with a little bit of twist. They're stronger, the patterns are more defined then.
How traditional, how lovely, but how contemporary as well, because a lot of the traditional patterns in home decor and haberdashery and clothing, well, they're all making a return. This is something that makes it authentic.
Exactly. And when you get into the fancier trims, once you've learnt a little bit, when you get into doing the fancier trims, the upholstery sort of trims, they haven't changed. They're still woven with a basic over and under. It's just all the additions that you put in that makes them the fancy trims.
If you're going for this today, there's a free gift.
Yes.
But only on this particular item. And the free gift is the acrylic tool set.
Yes, so basically the first thing is a design tool, and I'll show you how to use that, and it's really helpful for inkle weaves. Inkles are a warp faced weave, which I will explain, and this will help you to design and set up to see whether the colors that you like, that they work before you warp up your loom, so you're not wasting any threads. Now the next one is a gauge, and it's a wraps per inch or wraps per centimetre gauge, and it's something that weavers use, whether they're cloth weaving, inkle weaving, any other type of weaving, to determine how much thread they need for a particular width. So if you're using a fat thread and it's 8 wraps per inch, you would only need 8 warp threads in an even weave. You need, for an inkle weave, you need to double it to 16. But again, I'll go through that. So it's a handy tool that if you're in both of these, if you're into weaving, you'll keep these forever.
Perfect. That is a free gift to you when you go for this particular loom set. And we've got some samples just on our right here. These are gorgeous, aren't they? And all made and created with the loom.
Yes. So all of the things have been woven on the loom, and then what you do with them is up to you. So for instance, a dog collar.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Now, we both love our dogs, don't we?
Yes, we do. Just a bit, yes.
And that's one thing we have in common, isn't it?
It is,
You have a Jack Russell?
I do.
And I have, what's your Jack Russell called?
Toby. Yes, security guard Toby.
Yeah, they are. That is gorgeous. If you need a collar for your dog, make it personalised, for example. It's gorgeous. Could make a belt, actually, as well.
Yes, they're great for belts, obviously. They're great for handbag straps. You know, everybody's into making their own bags.
Yes.
Make straps. Fantastic.
Jewellery as well?
Jewellery, necklaces, bracelet. I mean, Anne's gone crazy making some really beautiful jewellery. You can add beads to your weft thread so that you're adding beads as you weave. Brilliant for things like that. Binding. So when you're working on journals and anything with cloth, your cushions and things like that, you can bind the edges instead of buying, you know, your regular bias binding. You can use this because it's very flexible. You do it with enough weave. That's the one that's done with a knitting yarn. So you can see it does work.
Oh yeah, that is lovely, soft.
Yeah,
that is really nice and soft.
So again, with the different types of fibres that you use, will obviously determine different sorts of looks. And then there's when we go to sit down, there's a whole array of cards with all sorts of different things that you can try out as well.
How exciting. Did I hear right? Over a quarter of the stock has gone.
Thank you.
Over a quarter of the stock has gone. We're only 8 minutes into the show. We like to just explain what we've got. If you've never weaved or woven. If you've never woven before, then it's always nice just to explain what we've got. We've got some great demonstrations coming up. But if you do want to get a hold of this, remember you are getting your free toolkit as well. 907 405. Is this while stocks last, or
this will be with what we've allocated
so
for
while
Hochanda,
stocks last
definitely.
for this show, that is your free gift, so it might be an idea to get it in your basket and check out today. 2 payments of £30. Let's take a look at the website. This is where you can head to. So you can see all the products we've got available for you on the show. A great way to shop ahead, actually, or as you're watching the demonstrations, just keep it open, and if we mention anything that you want, you can head there, you can have a look, you can get some more information, and then you can pop it into your basket. We've also got some DVDs as well by Gina B. Again, not the Eurovision song winner, Gina B. What was that song? I can't remember. Just a little bit. There you go. I'm sure you've never heard that before, Gina.
Never ever.
That was actually Gina G, yes, of course it was. But we've got some DVDs, we've got some books available for you. So please, if you're interested, take a look at that. Maybe pop them into your basket. Just have an Incredible Hulk moment. I should have done that, done my throat in there. Yeah, other superheroes are available. Is he a superhero, the Hulk? Is he kind of like, well, he kind of is.
Yeah.
I think he is.
I think he's classed as one.
Yeah, I used to love the Incredible Hulk. David Banner. But the old one.
Yes,
the old one from America.
Yes.
Talking of America,
we're the same age,
this is something else we've got in common. Not America, but the mixture that you have.
Yes.
You've got New York.
I've got New York and a husband from Leicester.
There you go. Leicester. Yeah, so it's kind of a tenuous link to the whole...
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Tape loom.
Okay.
All right. The reason that it's called a box loom is because you store your heddle flat on the loom, which you then have compartments. So when you build it, you will build it with the compartment here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's basically you can store all your bits and pieces. All right.
It's very well built, isn't it?
It's really well designed. My husband has sorted this out now. As I say, totally unique to him is how to do the roller system.
Right.
Okay. So we've stained this, obviously, and then polished it up with beeswax so it's nice and smooth. So the roller system, normally you have like ratchets and things to stop because it's important that the roller stops when you're pulling the tension on it. So by working it the way that we have, we've got clips. And that will just stop the roller from moving when you're weaving. Okay, so that's the sort of, once you've got that built, and you'll leave it to dry with the clips in, and the heddle, it goes through all of the instructions of what you actually need to do. Okay, and then you've got a little slot here, and that's for your heddle. Okay.
I'm really, what's it made of again?
It's made of a birch ply.
Yeah, and you know what? You can tell the difference
from...
I mean, MDF is great, don't get me wrong.
Brilliant.
But for a working mechanism like that, that is top quality.
Well, the thing is that you can also sand it a little bit, get it smoother. Because it is wood, you know, you've got a fine grade sandpaper, and I must say, if you're sanding, keep it flat when you sand, because obviously you don't want to snap any of the slots. But we wanted to create something that had the delicacy and the feel of the 18th century, which obviously with MDF it's very heavy, and you're not going to get that. So something that is a little bit more of an heirloom.
I like that.
I have 2 18th century looms myself of the type, and that's what we were sort of going to achieve. We wanted something that it's going to last that long.
Yes.
You look after it, last that long, be a nice heirloom that you use.
Hand it down. You can decorate them as well. We've got one here that has been painted up, so you could really personalise your looms as well, and pop a date on there, the date that you made
It's
that.
a very, very Scandinavian thing to do with their tape looms and their heddles. They painted them up. They were like love tokens often, so they would be made, you know, by her bow, so that she could do her weaving.
It was made by her bow, so she could make a bow.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I did that. Thank you.
Now, so we've got it all set up. First thing I'd like to show you, is it possible to get the design tool and the gauge over?
That's a free gift that's coming to you. Now Gina is actually going to use
I'm going to
them,
use it. I'm going to show you how to do all of this. If I put this down,
Thank you,
then it will.
Katie.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Right. So the first thing is whatever thread that you're using, you can determine, you can give yourself a little bit of an idea of how thick you want a band to be. Because people say, oh, well, how wide can it go? It depends on your thread. You've got 25 slots and holes. Okay, so that's what you're limited to, a pattern with 25 threads. So if you go around your gauge, so for instance, there's 6 around the gauge, push them up tightly, that is how wide the finished band will be.
Right.
6, but you need 6 for the other side. So you double what you see on the top.
Yes.
Okay. And so 12 threads of this weight will give me something round about that wide.
Got you.
When I've woven.
Okay.
So if I'm using fat thread, obviously that will bring it out further. And so it's more about the thread that you're using.
Yeah.
Limited to the hole size, of course.
Now, half the stock has gone of the loom. Half the stock. We're 15 minutes in. We're just about to use it. You can see the quality once it's built up. It's easy to build as well. You've got all the instructions. You also get some suggestions on how to make and create the weaves as well. So you get everything you need, including the thread. But half the stock has gone. Just needed to tell you that.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So I'm going to show you how to use the design tool in correlation with one of the weaving patterns that comes with it, okay? So I'm going to go with H, which needs 7 dark and 4 light, okay? So we'll start out with, because this is saying the bottom hole being a slot, which is what the long thing is, we'll skip the first, then go over, under, you just weave along, okay? And then it says the next color is also a dark, so then we go in opposition with another piece, okay? This is so that you don't have to waste thread.
Okay.
Now then we'll take with the next one in opposition again, so the same as the first row. And we can see how those colors are starting to look next to each other. Then we have a dark again. And this is really good because it's amazing that you can sometimes put colors that look on the spools really great contrast. And then you go to work up a pattern and you can't even see one of the colors.
Yes.
And that's because they're just too close in tone to notice what's actually happening.
Okay.
And so if you do this, you're not wasting your time warping up your loom to work out your design. So you can start to see there that you're getting the design that we're going to warp up.
Fabulous.
And so that then translates. And so you can make up your own by doing that. Put down the colors, make up your own, take the first tooth as what will go through the holes, and the second as what will go through the slots. It doesn't really matter. You can do it the other way around so long as you're consistent on which ones you use, and then you can actually start to weave the design that you've come up with.
The great thing about weaving is how sturdy it is as well.
Yeah.
Ribbon is sturdy, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but sometimes if you're making certain bags or pieces of clothing, the ribbon can rip or it can wear.
This is definitely giving you a nice strong strap if you're doing anything like that. One other thing to say is that the loom has 2 holes at this end. Okay. Now this is because traditionally, as you pull, it will come towards you. So I've got this on a non-stick mat. Okay. But traditionally, what they did was basically if I could take that long one.
Yep.
They took the first band that they wove, made it nice and long, took it round and tied it to the table leg.
Perfect.
So that it doesn't walk, okay? And so that is a great thing to do for your first piece, because it doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's a bit wobbly, as long as it's strong enough, it'll just tie to the table leg or whatever so that it doesn't pull. Another thing that was common with 18th century is to stick a brick in it.
If in doubt, stick a brick in it. Brilliant.
Okay, so
we've actually had a nice email, if I may mention that. And the email is from Kim. She says, what a fabulous looking piece of equipment it is. Kim has hers and she'd love to get started. She loves all of your products.
Oh, thank you.
And she's got a question.
Yep.
She says, if you're going to stain the wood, should you stain all the pieces before you put it together? That is a great question.
Afterwards. Plywood has a natural tendency that every once in a while you can get a little bit of a warp, so you don't want to saturate it too much beforehand. You also, of course, want to make sure that everything fits. So with the different lugs, you don't want them to swell up by using anything water-based. So put it all together first. If you're going to stain it, you need to keep the glue nice and tidy. We put in glue sticks to help you remove excess glue from any of the areas, because obviously your stain isn't going to go where any glue drops, but you can always sand that away a little bit. Then I would give it a very, very light buffing, stain it, and then wax it.
Perfect. And like you say, it's thank you for your question, Kim. That was fabulous. Any other questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. Even if weaving is something that you've never done before, purely for the fact of mindfulness, maybe you live a very stressful life, very, very busy in the week. I'm not saying it's going to cure any of that, but to take time to sit down. We've all got those moments where we just sit down and we do something that takes our mind off things. It's mindfulness. Just gives us time to think.
This really does. Weaving really, really does.
So it could be an idea to get it, and then you're not only going in that lovely state of relaxing, but you're making something as well.
Right, so we start with a piece of waste thread, okay? The waste thread, fold in half, pop it over the roller, and pull. That's a little bit long. I don't need it quite so long as that. This is what we're going to tie the warp to. Okay, so in weaving, the warp is the lengths of threads that run and connect to the loom.
Right.
Okay? The weft is the thread that goes back and forth and does the work.
Perfect.
All right? So depending on what type of weaving you're doing will determine what type of warp you need. Don't start with anything too long initially. Arm's length, that's a good way to start.
Yes.
In the kit, you have a piece of wire, and if you just fold the tip of the wire down, this will help you to thread. Okay? So we're still going to stick to the same pattern that I was showing before. There's a little arrow on the pattern, and that shows you the center hole of the loom.
Okay.
You should always try to warp your tape loom centrally. Don't start at one end and start trying to weave there. Start from the center and work it out. So we need a dark thread in the center. So there's many ways to warp. This is just one of them. And I do have a YouTube video taking you through this if anyone gets stuck. So we just slip that through. And that's your center hole. Just place that there. So then either side of it is a slot. and that's telling me I need the light. So the slots are obviously a bit easier to thread. Okay, and then we've got to dark through the holes.
Now, with the movies that you've worked on, we were talking about this, how some of the movies said that they needed certain, was it buttonholes or buttons?
Buttons.
So even the buttons, they needed to get right. And
I notice when they get them wrong.
Exactly, exactly. And that's the authenticness or authenticity that you're going to get when you're using your loom and creating those weaves. If it's good enough for the movies, and it has to be good enough, because they're scrutinised a lot of the time, especially the period movies, then it's going to be fantastic to use at home. Now, the loom kit that we've got available is limited stock. It's limited stock. You do get the free gift with it, which is the measuring tools, but it's limited stock. Limited stock. So I would suggest if you want it, pop it in your basket, make sure you've got it. It's available on 2 payments.
Quick.
Yes. And then you've got it, you can relax, you can watch this show. There's another show coming up at 11.
A different subject on 11.
A different subject.
11 we are doing button making as a coincidence.
Ah,
So
fantastic.
there we are.
Fantastic.
More passementerie. Okay, so when you've threaded, I'm only doing a small length, so I'm going to put them all, bundle them all together. There are, as I say, there are lots of different ways, and as you learn, you'll find different ways that you like to warp, and when you're doing more complex weaves, you will also need to warp up differently. But just for a start, we're not going to complicate anything because there's no need to. Group them all together, tie them in a knot, okay? And now that knot is now going to be tied to the waist thread. And again, no special knots needed, just tie it so it holds.
Once you've done this once, you'll be able to do it again and again and again. Probably you won't even think about it.
You won't. You won't. Okay, now here's the most important part.
Okay.
You need to hold this taut where the holes are on the heddle. Okay, so both the slot and the holes being held taut, all right? And then you roll, and you roll back away from yourself. Now when it gets, your threads are a little tangled or something, you've got a long holder here. You can use that to stop while you're threading, and you can just comb these out. Again, make sure it's still taut.
I just need to pause you one moment, Gina.
Okay.
I've got some news. It's technically sold out. That loom has technically sold out. We're not even at half past the hour, only 25 minutes into the show. What we're going to do, we're going to try and get some more on extended delivery. So we'll make a few phone calls, make sure we can get that for you, but we do need to assure that. But whilst we do that, why don't you head to the website and shop by brand. There you go, Gina B Silkworks. Type that in, you'll be able to see all the products that we've got on this show, products coming up in the next show as well, so you could possibly shop ahead. If we've been busy in this show, I know we're going to be busy at 11 o'clock as well. So it might be an idea to stock up and get ready for the next show. So all the items there, the loom is technically sold out. We're trying to get another one back for you on extended delivery, but please do take a look at the website and have a look at all the different items you've got available. What a wonderful new craft to start with your weaving, and again you've got that mindfulness that goes with that as well, sitting down and being very, very peaceful craft, but you're making something and creating something that you can work with. Now, the good news is we've managed to get some more extended stock available for you. It's going to be dispatched on the 10th of May. So it gives them a chance to get it together, get it all sorted, but it does mean you're going to actually get it. And can I ask if the extended stock will have that free gift? We've got the thumbs up. Excellent. Oh, that is terrific news, because I thought it was only for the stock we've just had. So you get to have the measuring tools, the free gift that will come with the extended delivery. Perfect. £59.99 gets you your loom. And it gives you a chance to build it. It's very easy to put together, stain it afterwards, and then paint it if you want to. It's a very Scandinavian way of doing that. It was like a love gift, how the Scandinavian people used to make and create them and then gift them. All the instructions come in the box. You also get some twine as well. Colours will vary. You get the glue to put it together as well. And you also get some sandpaper as well, so you can finish it off before you stain it. Stain it will look perfect for you. When you put this together, you can then start your weaving. This could be something brand new to you. It could be something that you already do. It could be a great gift that you'll be able to keep in the family, then hand down like an heirloom. So your tape loom kit will eventually become an heirloom. If you do want to get hold of it, it is available. It is available 10th of May. 10th of May it will be dispatched. So I've got an example here already made up. You can see this one has been painted, so that slots in there. If you do want to get hold of it, let me just place that along there. Yours, of course, will look exactly how you want it to look, but you've got all the working parts there to make and create those beautiful weaves. It is available on 2 payments of FlexiBuy. £30 is your first payment. If you're a Freedom member, then that is a delivered price. If you want to become a Freedom member, check out the details on the website. You get your sandpaper, you get the kit, you get the instructions, you even get the glue to put it together, and you get the lovely thread as well, so you can instantly start to make and create. The colours will vary on the thread. Well, we've got Gina B with us.
Hi.
Wow.
I know, brilliant, thank you.
That is fantastic. Right, we do have it on extended delivery, so do make sure you pop it into your basket.
Take us some time to cut some more.
Yes. Your husband is already busy running around.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless him.
I know how to
Right.
keep him busy.
We've got some more items for you on the show. This one, very, very handy, because it's where traditional meets contemporary. This is your mobile phone holder, £11.99. Love this. What do you get in the kit?
Well, basically, you get all of the components to make a little mobile phone holder, and you also get a loom. Now, the Creative Frame, the whole concept behind Creative Frame is that you have looms that your work stays on.
Okay.
So you can decorate it before, you can decorate it after, and then you do your weaving. And it's needle weaving. So with these, it's even set weaving, so you go up and down and back and forth. But you can do really whatever else that you want to do once you're feeling creative with it. And then each of the panels fits. You can wire them in place or glue them, but if you wire them, because obviously there'll be some bulk because you've done weaving, and then you can put them in place. So basically that's a way to display your textile art, but at the same time have something practical as well.
Well,
and that's the whole concept behind the Creative Frame. You can display your textile art at the same time as making it.
it does look fantastic. Do you know something, though? There's something really interesting about this. Now, because you've got the weave just here, which looks beautiful, so you can do it in any colour you like, any design, any pattern. But the point being, if you are putting your mobile phone on here, and the area at the bottom for the wire to go in and charge it, what happens when you charge a mobile phone?
It gets hot.
It does. Oh, it's like an episode of 321. I love this. If you what we've got here, because you've got the weave, you've got that air coming through.
That's
so
right.
hopefully it will keep it cool.
Well, I
as it charges.
This one is my husband's, so that's there. His phone is there every night.
Yes.
This one is mine, that I actually put a little tablet on in the kitchen to listen to whatever I'm listening to. And we've had both of these since we launched Creative Frame, which is 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
and if you're making a call, maybe on Skype or FaceTime or any other, like WhatsApp or any of the other ones that you want to make a call from, you can rest your phone on here and you can just look at it and you can make that call. So it acts as a stand for charging. It's ideal because you've got the weave, so it's aerated. It looks fabulous when your phone's not there as well. So it's not going to look out of place.
Yeah, that's the key.
It's going to look like
really.
a piece of art, and people are going to pick it up and go, what's this? It looks amazing. And when you get a kit, if you get another one, maybe you've got a couple of mobile phones in your home, because they look different colours, sometimes your phones look the same, so at least you'll know whose is who, because you'll put it on the right charger. Really like those. A bit of creativity meets the modern technical world, and you know I love that. £11.99, 171,165 if you want to go for those. It's not limited to one per customer, just saying. Just saying. Our next item is the same idea, but this is your little trinket box. Love this.
Yeah, a little hinge trinket box. So again, whatever you choose to do as your weave. With this one, for instance, I put some padding underneath to lift it up a bit, so it's a little bit of a pincushion. Whereas that is a decorative item, so that you can, you know, embellish it however you want, and that is the concept throughout with Creative Frame. The trinket box and the 2 ATC holders also have piece letters engraved, so you can see there's an engraving there. So when you follow the instruction, you can see which piece goes where.
Perfect.
As
Love
well.
that. You can pop your little trinkets in here. You can pop your best needles in here if you want to. If you're proposing, pop a ring in there, and then it's a box that you can keep. It's beautiful, isn't it? It really, really is. It might be an area where you just pop a key in. You know, maybe a key to your windows, for example, and then that could be on the window shelf, and nobody will know that you've got your security key in there. £9.99, maybe a few coins, something like that. It's a fabulous price and so beautifully made, and this is something that you're going to make at home as well.
I'm really lucky of my design team, because Anne, Chris and Gillian have just made some beautiful items throughout with all of these. Yeah,
they really have. Saving £5 on that though. 894962. Nice little project to work on, and then of course a nice, great, beautiful gift to have at the end of it. Moving on, if you've got any artist trading cards, not just for those, you can have these for anything, but that's what they've been designed for. Again, a great price, £9.99. Talk us through what we're getting here.
Yes, so you've got a choice of two, either the steampunk design or what we call Gothic design. So if you had the, in our Notting show, we had a Gothic cabinet.
Yes.
The top part of that is the same profile. And basically, again, a little hinged lid, everything puts together. You've got your creative frame, you've got a different creative frame. You've got a toothed weaving frame with the steampunk, and then you have a hold frame which can be used for weaving, or it can be used to add fabric to, or to do needle lace. Each of these actually has a pattern for needle lace. So with this one you will get the pattern to do this lace, meshy lace, and with the steampunk you get the pattern for that. So you can do whatever you want, but you've got a pattern as well to go through with it.
We're busy for both. They are neck and neck, but can you take a look at the detail that's in there? That is beautiful. Now that's not something you buy, it's something you're going to make, and I think you'll be extremely proud of yourself when you make that. So you'll be extremely proud to place those artist trading cards in there. It could be for recipes for the kitchen, it could be anything you like. You'll be able to decide. It could just be a piece of artwork, but the difference between the two boxes, one is the weave on the front and two is the design at the side.
The profile
you can
design,
see there. Not limited to one per person, so you might want to get two, so I think they'll look rather nice together.
I'm pretty sure as a perfect partner there are also packs of our different types of ATC frames, so you can mix them up, because the point is what fits on the front is an ATC size one. So if you decide that you want to do a different thing, you want to do the weaving on that one, you could do that.
You can do that. You can get the extras. Head to the website and have a look.
But there is a perfect partner, I think.
Love these, aren't they great? If you want to get hold of them, only £9.99 each. They are your ATC, your artist trading card holders, and you choose from your steampunk, or you've got The Gothic or the steampunk. We were saying that looks like a little owl, doesn't it? With the little owl ears. You choose, you decide, and if you can't choose or decide, have both. Why don't you? And if your basket is coming to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi buy. And if you're going for the loom that's already on a flexi buy, if you add anything else to it, splits the cost into two. It's a great way to buy. Right, we've talked about mobile phone holders. Let's talk about your tablet holder. You might be watching us on a tablet at the moment on the website or through the Hochanda Go app. So it might be an idea to buy this, and then when the tablet is away, it's a work of art, and when the tablet is on there, it's housed at a really nice angle and safely. And of course, you've got the charging part to add your charger, which is excellent. Only £9.99 for this, Gina. Great price.
Yeah, and again, this has got a large loom on it, and the loom is what we class as a tapestry loom, in the sense that it has the teeth top and bottom, but not either side.
Okay.
So that you're a little bit more free form in how you weave, because you don't feel that you have to go around the teeth either side and keep everything even. So that's where you use your mad threads that you bought on instinct that you can never use on anything else.
Yes.
That's where that comes into.
Oh, I like that idea. Really like the design of this. Like I say, it's a piece of artwork.
It's very practical.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing. You see, you don't have to use it for your tablet at all if you don't want to. Just use it to display that piece of art, textile art. And that's the real concept behind the creative frames.
Also as well, you know, if you're going out, maybe you're leaving your craft room, maybe you're leaving your kitchen or your lounge or wherever it is you are, and you've got your tablet with you and you've got a stand. You take your tablet away, the stand's still there. If anyone's peeking through your windows, they'll know you've got a tablet.
Yeah.
With this, you take your tablet away, it's a piece of artwork.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody will know you've got a tablet in the house.
Exactly.
Maybe, just saying, but it is beautiful. It really, really is. £9.99 if you want to go for that. 450201 if you want to get. We're very busy for that. Doesn't surprise me. Gorgeous items on the show. Now we do have some other items. We've got. This is a rug weaving kit.
Yes. We had with our knotting show. So it's the creative frame, and you create a piece, and you've got a stand so that you can display it, and it shows you how to do weaving knots.
Oh.
Which is how rugs are actually woven. They are knotted and then trimmed.
I did not know that.
Yes.
You see?
Traditional Turkish rugs, and to get the pile, it's all knotted.
Yeah, I've been to
And
some.
then trimmed.
When I was in Turkey, I went to some of the rug making places, and I remember seeing the looms, the huge looms
and what
that
they're
they've got
doing
there.
is they knot.
That's with a.
They've got like a little hook tool, and they
That's
knot.
it, yeah, and
then they trim it all off to get that nice plush pile.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
And we all
so
know how
time-consuming.
expensive those rugs.
So time-consuming.
Yes.
But you can learn it in mini.
Yeah.
Basically, with
That's
that kit.
lovely. Right, we are back to the loom. It is available on extended delivery. We've sold out once. It will be dispatched from the 7th of May. From the 10th of May. Beg your pardon. From the 10th of May. It's something that when you construct, it's going to be an heirloom as well as a tape loom for you.
Exactly.
Yes. Right, where are we with the project so far?
I am going to show you. I've rolled on the warp, basically. Got it at a nice tension, and I'm using one of the lock stops.
Yes,
okay?
these all come with your kit.
All come with your kit. So now I'm going to show you how to weave. Okay. Loaded the shuttle up with some thread. Best to use the colour of thread that you've got on the outer edges. Then you won't see the thread that goes back and forth. Now you may wish to use a different colour and make a feature of it, but to start out, use the same colour. Now, hold. I've just knotted the end. There's fancy ways you can treat it. Let's not get confused with that. Hold the warp threads out taut. Okay? Just lower slightly, and you'll see that those threads that are in the slot have gone down.
Yeah, they have, look.
All right. And we'll pass the shuttle with the weft thread through. Now we'll go up, still holding it straight out, and those threads move up.
Oh yeah.
We'll pass the shuttle through. I would advise you to leave a little loop at that side, because this will help you to get nice straight edges. Now we lower, come down, and this is called beating the shed, where you bring your shuttle down like so, and we'll pass the thread through, hang on, I've come around the wrong.
Beating the shed.
Beating the shed.
Beating the shed.
Okay. So the first thing to do is you beat the shed and then you pull that loop in, all right, which will just make a nice neat edge. Then you go through again, okay? It'd help if you do it from the right side that you're supposed to come through, which is, there we go. Trying not to get confused here for you. So I've left a little bit, I haven't pulled it really tight yet.
Yeah.
We come back up,
Yeah.
beat the shed, pull
I
that
love
in,
that saying, beat the shed.
go down, beat the shed, pull through, and this is your weaving. Now, so the secret is, with a tape loom, is that you are the cloth beam. Okay, so on a loom with 2 rollers, the cloth beam is what the woven fabric or the woven band gets put onto. So that is you. You are the tension, okay? So what you need to do, and this is the part that needs practice, is you need to practice keeping it straight and tight. Because if you don't, you may get a thread, a band that's a little bit wobbly or a little bit uneven.
I can see how mindfulness this is. Once you get into that rhythm.
Once you get into it, you, as I say, if you keep the little loop and then pull through, you'll keep a neater edge as well.
But the great thing is you're producing something. You might be having
Yeah.
those mindfulness moments and relaxing. And you might have had a busy day, for example. You might have had a new baby, and you just need that time just to settle down
It
and
really
relax.
is so enjoyable. And then as you get to the point where you're getting a little close, because the thread's spread out, you may find that it starts to become a bit difficult to keep the same width. And that's when you release the stopper. When you move it on, make sure that you keep your threads at the center hole. Don't move it on with your threads down here, because you'll mess up your tension then. Okay? And then just when you're at the next place, put your stopper in. Now you may have noticed I've got a little piece of wood there. If at any point, you've got 4 of these in the kit, if at any point you get your tension feels a little slack, it doesn't feel like your threads are right, you can just pop that under to help tighten up your tension again if you need it. And so they're there. They're also there if you're using a lot of threads. You can roll on with them at intervals to help keep your warp nice and tidy.
Look how much we've done just by chatting away and sitting here. A question.
Yeah.
Can you weave patterns into the weave?
Right. You primarily, the way that you do the patterns is by the way that you thread. Okay, that's the first way. Now, when you become a little bit more advanced, you can do what's called a pickup, where you place different colors and you actually pick them up to weave under.
A bit more advanced.
That's an advanced technique, but can be done on this loom, and that will give you something like that. I've used a really fat thread as the pickup thread.
Could you weave letters?
Not with this type of weaving with that sort of method.
Yeah.
What you have to do, you can weave letters, but you have to do a technique called brocade.
Right.
Okay. Now, personally, because you are holding on to this at all times, you're better to do the really advanced ones on a different type of loom, which will eventually come.
Perfect.
But
Beautiful. But you can do your patterns on there.
Yeah, this is best for simple looms, simple weaves, simpler weaves. I mean, I say simple. The ones on those cards look very complex, and I'll show you how to do a couple of variations of that. They're not as complex as they look. But what you need to do is you need to remember that, you know, you do need a hand to hold onto what you're weaving. And so you can be restricted as to sort of how complex you get. So the next bit I want to show you, which is something that I think a lot of people will like. We've got it woven. We're working on our weaving. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the shuttle around So for each time, coming in at the same side, okay? It takes a little while to establish this. And pull it quite tightly, because what you want to do is you want to close it up.
And that's
And
called
you're
not shutting the shed.
No, oh, the beating the shed.
Beating
yeah.
the shed. Not shutting the shed, you're beating the shed.
The shed is the space
terminology.
between.
Oh, right.
Okay, the shed is, this is the space, is
Yes.
the shed. Don't know why it's called a shed, it's just
But
called
it just
a
is.
shed.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get you. And you beat it.
Beat the shed.
Beat the shed.
There's lots of different terminology, and it does depend on where you are
Does
as well.
it?
Yeah.
How fascinating. Again, if this is going to be a new craft to you, it's fascinating the things that you find out when you pick up a new craft. You do a bit of research, don't you? And you chat with your friends, you get in touch with other people. And it's just, it's a nice journey that you go on.
Inkle weaving is what this tends to be known as today, is inkle bands. And basically it's a warp faced band, and so in other words, as you can see, what I've woven, you can't see the weft thread on the main band, so that hence it being a warp faced band. So it's the warp threads that are determining the coloring, as opposed to an even weave. Now,
how about using variegated thread? Would that give you some really nice patterns?
I think that that one, actually, I painted the thread before I warped it up, so it's very random, just to create a sort of mad...
That's a good idea.
Playing with fabric paints, you see, and paint the threads first, stretch them all out, and just randomly colour them. You can get some really nice effects doing that.
Looks like I've just chopped my finger off. Sorry about that. Showing my gardening nail. No fingers were harmed. Although I could show you a trick, but I won't.
No, probably not. And I think that, so that will be a variegated thread.
Oh,
okay. That sample from Anne.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a third.
So, yeah, you can use different things. Or, for instance, with this one, this necklace, Anne has actually used a metallic thread as one of the warp threads. Yeah. And so that adds that little bit of extra shine.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Imagine that for a prom.
And all of the beading is done as she's weaving.
Yeah.
So you basically have what's called a supplementary weft, which is threaded up with beads. So you put it through, push up the number of beads that you want, and then put it through.
That is gorgeous.
Now, what I was just showing you with working around, always from the same direction, is we now have a tube. So you have a shoelace being formed. I don't know if you can see that that's gone from flat to tubular.
Wow. I can.
Yeah. And that will start to get a little bit of a twist. It will give the appearance of a little bit of a spiral as well as you weave. It will just naturally go to that. So that's great for shoelaces and cords and things like that, where you want, if you want a necklace cord and things like that. So you've got it. And that is just achieved by going through the same side every time. And so with some of those...
Yes, shall we have a look at some of these? If I hold these up, the names are on the back, aren't they? Okay.
The techniques. Yeah. So
this one here is a plain weave. That one there, so that's a plain weave using 2 different colours. The next one along, that is a rat tail weft.
Rat tail weft.
Weft.
Okay,
so
I've
got a glass on. Weft.
Instead of using the fine thread, what I've done is I've used rat tail or satin cord.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to do that.
It's just basically that you're using something that is thicker. And here you can use your fingers, or you can still use your shuttle.
Just 5 minutes left, by the way, of the show to check out your baskets for this show. Gina B will be back at 11 o'clock today.
Yes, with some buttons.
With some different items.
So here, if you're doing this, if you're using just a fat weft on its own, I would recommend that you take that and butt it up quite close when you're actually working it. So that will keep the warp threads tidy, all right? So then it adds a different look altogether.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
changes it entirely. Now if you want this to then stick out and be decorative around the edge, what you need to do is still use your proper weft, and then the rat tail becomes what's called a supplementary weft, so that you are using this proper weft to hold in those threads so that your band stays the same width, but then you can push this your thick thread through and have it make a big loop at the side, which is where if you're thinking about upholstery trims, that's how you can do those.
I tell you where it'd be nice as well, very elegant, around a cake.
Oh,
like
yeah,
cake.
that'd be
amazing.
nice.
You could then keep it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
that would be
Instead
part
of
of
the
an
ribbons that they just put on, yeah, you could pick out something, you could make something in your own colours, couldn't you?
It'd be amazing.
And so you see, we're now making something quite decorative. Now that decorative can also have tassels added to the end, or beads afterwards, so it's more finishing work. So you can just go on and on and on and on how you decide, you know, what it is that you want to make, limited by the fact that you have to hold on to it.
Yes.
Okay, so whilst it's great, and you know, jump ahead if you feel like it, but I would certainly practice some of the plain weaves, practice the colored patterns.
Yes.
Because that's the thing that is going to wow you. You're going to be able to use all your favorite colors and everything else. Learn those, and then you'll learn how to keep a nice consistent width as you go. You'll learn about your tension, because if you get your tension wrong, it's, if I can just show you on one of these, this is something that can only be done with a loom that you're holding on to the tension, because you're actually then taking advantage of it, that wavy edge. By releasing the tension and pulling it back and forth this way, you can get a wavy edge. Now you see in other forms of weaving, if they're held onto a loom like that, you can't really do that. You have to be able to move the warp and pull the tension to manipulate it. So there is a lot that you can do, certainly.
Okay, well, we're nearly out of time. What an interesting show. Already sold out once, back on extended delivery, dispatching on the 10th of May. It's fascinating.
As I say, there is a, you know, this part here of setting it up and starting weaving, there is a YouTube video if anybody misses it. And, you know, because we stopped for a little bit halfway through.
Thank you, Gina.
Lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Gina is back again at 11 o'clock. Shop on the website. You can shop ahead to the next show if you want to. You can also shop from this programme. Do check out those tablet frames and the mobile phone frames, the holders, and the ATC holder as well. We're very busy for those. I really do love those tablet stands and mobile phone stands, because they're a work of art, but they're very practical as well. You've got some books on the website when you shop by brand, and you've got some DVDs as well, so please head there and have a look. Now, if you do buy the loom from us today, you do get the free gift. I don't have one here at the moment because Gina was actually using it. So it is a handy.
It is very handy,
free gift
actually.
to have.
It is really, really handy.
Yeah.
The design tool is particularly helpful, as I say, because it's amazing. Some colours, you think they're going to go great, and you start weaving and you go, oh, that saves you the setup time of the loom.
Well, you get that included if you go for your loom. 907 405, that's your item number. Excuse me, it is brand new today, and it is available on FlexiBuy. Saving £10, by the way. That usual price of just under £70 is now just under £60. So you could split the cost into two, pay £30 today, plus your P&P unless you're a Freedom member, then your P&P is included. And then we'll take another payment in a month's time. But think about things you're going to make and create in the month. You might have a craft fair coming up to make and create and sell. I think when you make this, you will be using it, and it's going to be a stress relief for you with mindfulness. Just picking up of an evening when you've got 20 minutes, half an hour to make and create. Or you can be industrial and you can make and make and make, and then you can sell on your craft fairs. It's perfect, isn't it?
And you get to
vintage style spools, specially designed.
Yes,
To
vintage
put your
style,
weaves on.
yeah, which is brilliant. So you get 2 of those included. It's easy to make up. You get the glue included, thread which may vary in colour. You get the sanding paper. So everything is right here in the box,
everything
ready
is
to
there.
go, including the instructions. Gina, thank you so
Thank
much. I've
you.
learned so much.
Good, thank
We'll
you.
see you back at 11 o'clock. Please stay where you are
Thank
because
you.
we've got more coming up on Hochanda. Have a good morning. Bye-bye. Coming up next, it's John next door. Well, he's not next door, he's across the studio, but he is here with Matt. Angela Damon designs after that. Lovely to see her back. And then buttons with Gina B Silkworks.
Wakey wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to Good Morning Hochanda, your daily breakfast fix of your favourite crafts at 7 a.m. Whilst you're getting ready to start the day, join us every morning for the deal of the day. A product available at a special price but only for 24 hours or while stocks last. Part of your morning routine should also be the sunrise specials. Your favourite crafting items available at a special low price but only for the hour. Tune in to Good Morning Hochanda and start your day with a deal.
Hi, my name's Christine Emberson and I'm the brand ambassador for Spellbinders Creative Arts. I've been with Spellbinders for many years now and I just love their innovative style and all the amazing products that they come out with. Being part of the Hochanda family is just wonderful. Being able to share with you tips and techniques and to bring you some exciting new products is just absolutely fantastic. I think you're going to love the Spellbinders shows. I want to share with you different ideas and techniques, what you can do with your die cutting. It's not just limited, there's so much that you can create. So don't miss the Spellbinders shows on Hochanda.
Hello everyone, we're the Pink Ink Ladies.
I'm Kathy.
And I'm Mel. We've been with Hochanda right from the start and we've been crafting for 30 years. We're passionate about fabric, so our main thing is to stamp on fabric or stencil on fabric. We can't wait to show you all our new hand illustrated stamp and stencil designs, whether you're using them on cards or soft furnishings. Kathy and I get together at Pink Ink Towers and we can't wait to share our ideas. We choose all our subject matter together and then Kathy goes away and hand illustrates all our fantastic finished designs. All of our products are manufactured in the UK and we pride ourselves on the quality of our range. On our shows on Hochanda, we're excited to share all our hints, tips and techniques for you to get the most out of our products.
Please tune in to the Pink Ink shows, get inspired on Hochanda.
Hi there, very, very good morning to you. Nice to see you. And a follow-up show to a launch last night that was, oh my goodness. If we thought launch was busy, what on earth did you do at 8 o'clock and overnight? Because 80% of the stock is gone now.
Yeah, it went crazy. And as I keep saying to people, you know, we brought a lot of stock.
Yeah.
We genuinely brought a lot of stock of this.
Yeah, you've got a lot of fans and followers out there, John, and a lot of people that maybe are new to Hochanda, new to your designs as well. And these are so usable. Should we dip in? Because do you know what? I spent the first 3.5 minutes, I think, of the show yesterday obviously, like, talking about what the Wonder Special is, but I was itching to show samples, and I thought, finally, 3.5 minutes in, boom, let's do it straight away now. Let's get in there.
Here's one we made. This actually we made on last night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So if you want to see how this was made, this literally took about 5 or 10 minutes.
Lovely.
But I will try and do this again to show people. But this is how simple they are. You can make something complex like that. Yeah. I personally love this one. This is one by Annette, so thank you, Annette.
Look at
She's
this, Annette.
mixed it in with her Lavinia Fairies.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Because this is part of what the John Next Door brand is about,
Yeah.
is making things that will work with what we've already got.
Yeah.
So no point, you know, we've all got stash from everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want it to work with what we've got. So the way she mixed it in there,
Yeah,
or
fairies, they're lovely stamps, aren't they?
another one, sorry, that Annette's done,
Yeah, okay.
is just a really simple one, but perfect. People ask me so often what to do for men's cards, and I always say just make the same cards but change them round.
Yeah.
But when it comes to something like Dad or something, it is quite difficult. You know, we're all, trust me, as blokes, we are getting really bored with hobbies.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, like
because you know, I could probably explain to you every single fishing card going that you can commercially buy.
Yeah.
Same with cricket. You know, the cricket pavilion,
cricket one with
where
the
you see
ball
half
coming
a
out,
scoreboard and then
yeah,
the cricketers off in the
I can see it. Close my eyes and can see a version of the football one.
Yes, that's the
rugby
one. Yeah.
The golf one as
Oh,
well.
I've seen all 7 of having an extra as a golfer. I've seen all 7 of the golf cards available.
There's a place for that.
Yes,
but
this is to me. This is more heartfelt. This is better to do this for Dad and put the name on there. Be proud of it.
Yeah, for
but it's a
sure.
simple one to do. Or
monogramming is massive at the moment as well for your journaling and for your bookmaking and memory bookkeeping. And it's all about the
I mean, there is an art
flips
journal somewhere in this pile of everything, and I don't know where it's gone.
If I lift that up, you might. There it is.
There we go. Yeah. So, and again, this is really simple to do. Now, if we look at the front, I've actually done a triple embossing and then embossed in on the black, but...
Do you know, I dreamt about embossing last night.
It didn't...
I did. I actually had a dream about embossing.
I stole completely an idea from Stamp Addicts yesterday and their product.
Yes.
And that's what I did when I did it sort of their way, which was far, far better at 8 o'clock. But I'm going to do that first this morning.
Do it again, yeah.
Just to show people that, because I love doing that, because that's the great thing about the stamps.
Yes.
They are clear stamps.
Yes.
So they are clear stamps, but normally what we do is when we're pushing things into sort of lots of hot products, or we're pushing it into clays and things like that, we need a very deep etch that you get with a rubber stamp. These have got a very deep etch to them.
Good, yeah.
So because they've been made quite bold, they will work really well of pushing in and things like that. So don't be scared about using these in your mixed media.
Because there's clear stamps and there's clear stamps. These are obviously good enough and high.
These are good enough, and we made sure that they would mould it in the right way so that they would actually work with all of your ultra-thick embossing powders and things.
Yeah, yeah. So these are A4 and A4, so it's like a massive A3 stamp sheet. So you can see the value and feel the value. When we buy stamp sheets, there might be an A5 or an A6, and we know what we pay for each one of those.
Yeah.
We worked it out yesterday. If you work it out like that, it's like you're looking at like £80 worth of stamps. If
I do an A6 stamp sets that I do go out at £9.99.
So there you go.
There are 8 of them in here, so I just did some quick maths when we were working out, because it took us a long time to get the price right. It took nearly £80.
Yeah.
If I'd split this down into A6 sets and had them made like that,
Yes,
we worked really hard to try and get you that value.
Even better value, because you're actually getting the dies with these as well, and the packaging shows them as being a bit smaller than they really are, because of course you spoke yesterday about the environmental impact of shrinking down packaging, making it as small as possible.
No plastic, make it as small as you can. It's to hold it.
Yeah. So the dies are actually bigger than the packaging suggests, so let's have a look at them as well. And they are superb quality, and you are getting a £10 saving here on the whole one-day special. No wonder it was a busy launch yesterday.
Yeah.
But I still can't get my head around the fact that we were saying, after the launch at 6, we were saying, 40% of the stock's gone. I wake up this morning, it's now jumped up to 80. I don't know what on earth happened. What did you do at 8 o'clock last night and also overnight? A lot of people have been picking up this deal. I would suggest getting it in the first half of this show, if not sooner. We're approaching limited stock, so definitely go, as we should say. There's no extended delivery. We can't bring this particular configuration to you, so go for it now. 128578 is your item number. 44.98 is your price. You can get it for half that price today if you go for FlexiBuy. On your web, we've got practically everything, and this is quite well, it's a good thing, and we do get to say it quite a bit, but not all the time. Practically everything is brand new on this show now. Practically everything. You might recognise 1 or 2 items like the pens, but practically everything brand new. So if you're building a flexi order, you've got your amazing fabric paints. I don't work with fabric, Matt. What about me? Well, you can use these on multiple surfaces. They don't have to be on fabric, but the fact is they are permanent and will work on fabric. You can seal them in, but use them on wood, MDF, canvases, card and paper as well. And then you've got your different stamp cleaning mat as well. We used that live yesterday from Crafts 2. And then, of course, a little nod to Stamp Addicts there. there with a couple of the doodle bloom stamps. After seeing that technique yesterday, John, you were inspired by Sarah's demonstration.
I was enormously, and I actually purchased.
You did?
So I actually bought the trays, I bought the amazing glaze, and I bought the stamps, which I've got down here to use a little bit later. Yeah, so don't forget to send me the invoice, Sarah.
Yes.
I feel really bad, I've got to do it. But yeah, I thought what we'd do is, we'd go, I know that we don't say the C word quite so this far, you know, at this end of the year yet, but I thought we'll go with something just to show the flexibility. And I always like to try and make sure, my friend Pauline makes us said 1,000 Christmas cards a year for charity.
Right.
So I always look at every range I do to say, can Pauline use this?
Can Pauline use this? So can you make Christmas cards?
It's sort of like, you know, people have the badges, what will this person do? And to me is, can Pauline use it?
Brilliant.
So this is to mix the two together. So it's a little bit of a mix of neat and mixed media. So what I'm going to do is, I've got here, this is a piece actually I've cut, to be honest, it's a piece of grey board. I've actually cut this from the back of one of my art journals.
Right.
So I've cut this piece out because I couldn't find a nice thick piece, and it makes it a lot easier. Okay. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do all the messy bit. I've got a piece here of mirror card, and I'm really sorry, Andy, I know this will cause you immense problems.
The director, Andy?
Yes.
Oh, he's all right about that.
Yeah, because, you know, it's a highly styled mirror card, so...
He's chill.
What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to completely cover this, and don't look at the brand of the embossing ink. I will bring you this as soon as I can. Yes.
This brand?
Yeah, no, don't. No, honestly, because I will get shouted at. This is brilliant. I've been testing it at the moment. So I've just put a coating on of embossing ink.
To us,
yes.
You know, okay.
And then what I'm going to do, pop this in the tray. And this is amazing glaze that I got from Stamp Addicts. This is fantastic. So there we go. I'm going to leave that in the tray. Okay. So what I've there, put on a coating of this amazing glaze. And I love this because it's thick, but it's also, it's got different size crystals in it, different patchy and things. So just going to heat it up. And I'm heating it on the mirror card.
I didn't say you can, it's like you're going to
melt the surface affecting the mirror card as well.
Okay.
So just go around. I didn't heat my gun first.
Well, I better say we're limited stock for the one-day special. Limited stock for the one-day special right now. So definitely order it. Our advice would be to get it at least before 9:30, maybe even sooner than 9:30. It's heading to be sold out. So definitely grab that before it goes. Most certainly. We've given a bit of a heads up there. One-day special is going, no extended delivery or anything. We have got a contingency plan, so we're not sending John home too early today, but it's not the one-day special in this configuration. So to get this, you can grab it now.
Yeah. So what I've done there is I just added a bit more powder, so while it was still hot, to get it nice and hot, you can dip it back into your tidy tray or pour a little bit more over. So this is the old classic sort of triple embossing, but we're using a beautiful thing. I always think, when I think of triple embossing, I always think of Julia Watts.
Yeah, okay.
Because I've always watched Julia do this. She's so clever with it.
Oh, Julia.
So we'll just go over. So we'll just do this one. So, okay, so just heat this third one up. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some, this is the Eyes Ink Ultra Fine, and this is in the gold. So I'm just going to roughly put some gold over. Don't worry about it sticking, and don't worry about it blowing off.
It's floating, it's in there, it's okay.
So this looks like then I've got molten gold inside on my sort of piece of tile. There we go. Okay, just turn that off.
Oh, so this is going back in. Yeah, no worries.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select one of the letters now. So I'm going to go with P because we're going to do peace. So I have to do this every time because they're upside down. A, B, C, D,
You've already
E,
been
F,
using
G,
this amazing glaze.
J, K, L, M, N, O, P. There we go. Okay, onto an acrylic block. And I'm just going to ink this with a standard ink. So I'm using VersaFine Honest Black. And remember, these are big stamps, so give them a good inking.
Right.
You know, they are very detailed, so give them a really good inking. And then I'm going to just now reheat this so I get it nice and melty. And you can tell because it starts to move. It starts to bubble. And it gets really hot. There we go. So, this is hot. I'm going to then go straight in with my stamp. Give it a good press. Don't be afraid to turn it over and give it a good press in. But I didn't need to because it came out.
You did, didn't it?
But there we go. Can you see that?
This is so lovely. Look at that. Look at that. It's an amazing way of doing, like, you could have that monogram on the front of a journal, you know, a diary. You could start to make home decor with that. There's so many
But it looks as old as the designs are, that the designs are supposed to be. You know, it's got that old antique look to it. So what I want now is some letters to go on with it. Okay?
Because these are all, you know, based on that ancient writing, you know, when you know, certain books were written.
Yeah, this is based around the illuminated manuscripts, pieces. There's arts and crafts in there, there's Art Deco, there's Art Nouveau. It's a whole selection. It's not just every single letter is different and unique.
Right.
There's the tree, I think, that's in twice. If you look carefully, you'll see the acanthus leaf is probably in twice or three times, but it's not just the same block all the way around them. I picked the letters that really sang to me.
And work with the actual shapes.
Well, I'd love to say that. I feel really unfair when I say that. I didn't pick. What actually happened was Sam went through and selected 4 that he liked from the big range. And then I curated it and picked the ones I liked from those. So really was a big sort of team group
teamwork.
effort.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't stand here and claim and say I did all the work. I really didn't.
You don't want to do
so
that.
this is the piece from underneath. This is the mirror card, and what I've done is added a bit more embossing powder onto it. Sorry, embossing ink onto it. And I'm now just going to add, and this is where to use the embossing powder that you've got messy. I have a bottle at home, and when I've got it contaminated, I pour all the bits contaminated into this. I've got a big bottle full of a contaminated mix.
Right, lots of colours and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Loads of bits, and when I've got a mess with it and things like that. So this is a time to use it, because obviously we can't put any of these back in. So I'm just going to add now a little bit of gold.
Extremely limited on that one-day special, so do check out your basket pretty much now-ish, so you don't miss it.
A little bit of silver in. There we go. Keep it very random. Get my heat on. And just melt this in. You get a wonderful reaction, because when you heat this foil card, you sort of, it almost burns it and mirrors it. And then
kind of worried about when you first of all had the mirror card behind your project. I thought,
this is what we want.
The surface,
So
but now you're closer. You're deliberately getting in there.
I'm deliberately burning it almost. So I'm getting that sort of rainbow look through it. And it's such a shame you can't see the colours we're seeing in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I just looked up at the monitor actually to see what we could see at home, and you can kind of see it when you're overhead. But you wait until we hold this like up. Like front ways, so you'll be able to see it and catch the shine.
So if I hold that up
now,
ways,
look at this.
Then.
Look at that.
Right, and what I'm going to do...
that one-day special is gone, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's completely sold out. We had a feeling it would go before 9:30 today, or at least before 9:45, but it's gone now. 9:15, it's extremely busy out there. It's gone and sold out. You had the typography stamps with the ands, ampersands and all sorts, and the dies. That's gone. We couldn't give you that in that configuration, but we can while stocks last, and we've got way less of the while stocks last than we had for the one-day special. But what we had, the dies precluded us from doing any more stock on the one-day special. So it's the swapping out of the dies for the Is-Ink gold pigment ink. And actually, the gold pigment ink, is there a way of getting that in any other way? No, it's not. So it was in that little configuration down there, but that's sold out. So it's there in your while stocks last. The stamps on their own are $39.99. So why would you ever go for that anymore? Yeah, that's a really good offer. So for a penny less, you get the stamps and you get the e-ink gold. I like looking at John, like thinking, you get that, do you want to change your mind? No, it's there now, it's up for everyone to see. You've got the while stocks last, hopefully.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is, because I started this, so I'm not going to finish, I'm not going to leave it if people have got the dies. So what I did was I arranged the dies on here, just in 3 strips, yeah? So for this one, I need the E, the A, the C, and I need another E. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the strip with the E on.
Oh, you can sort of almost place it now.
And I can actually do one of 2 things.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can place that down, but it's going to mess up that bit.
Yeah,
or
you
what you would do is I'm just going to trim out one little piece.
That's a good bit to choose. You've got quite a good mottling effect on that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take that, and what you would do, and you can do this with any sort of the strip dies or anything like this, because I think my bold, I did bold numbers which these match. So if I think they, I don't know if they're still on the net, the web. I'm not sure.
On the net.
On the net.
The net is
on
a Sandra Bullock
Tinternet.
movie. On the web.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, it's a bit dated now.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Obviously, ITV2 don't agree because they still but it is a bit dated. The net with Sandra Bullock.
So,
anyway, on the net, have a look at hochanda.com because you might find the bold numbers.
What I've done is placed it where I want the letter cut, and just made a little hinge, so that it's in the right place.
I was wondering how you
So we can just put that down. So you don't have to use a whole piece. So we're just going to run that one through.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, we've got well, just what you're using over there, John. So we've got the Wild Stocks last bundle at the moment approaching 20% of the stock gone. We did say that there was way less available of them than the one-day special, and we didn't want to let John go home early. But it looks like John is going home. Well, we'll see.
So here I've got my E.
We won't send you home if we can help it, John.
No, I know you won't. So there I've got my E to finish off. But I wanted to show you one of the reasons I made the paper. That, to me, is a fantastic background.
Yeah, it is.
There is a background on a card.
There's a card.
You couldn't buy that. And it just works so well. Or you could use it as a stencil, but with the mix of the colours in it, and it really isn't that televisual. There's more rainbow shades in this in real life than we've actually got. So, you know, this is a card I made using the waste, and it's really hard to work out, is that white on black or black on white? Or black on
just
brown?
don't know, do you? I think it's really cool that for that reason.
So I'll just finish off my piece card.
Am I allowed to show both of them?
You can show anything you want to Uncle Matt.
Okay, Uncle Matt. Oh, by the way, Poppy loved her.
Oh, did she? We will do Artie next, I promise.
Thank you so much. You don't have to, honestly. I made sure he didn't see it, so... there you go. The alphabet has gone at the moment, but that's what you can do if you did get the one-day special, because we didn't want to just stop and crash to a halt in the middle of that, even though we had a sell-out. So good
I'm going to put the P on. There we go. I'll just switch to my finer glue. Now, again, I'm just going to put the glue on these, but when you are sticking down, or when you're trying to put any numbers, stamped or die cut, in a straight line, I've always struggled on this. So this is the way that I do it. I'm just going to take a little piece of low-tack tape. So there we go. Now, what I need to do is, can you see here, the end of the P is there. Yeah? So what I do is take my tape, and I'm using low tack, and go on a straight line. Yeah? So that then I've got the line to put the rest of the letters on. So I can go P, E, A, C, and E against that line. There we go. Once I'm happy, give them the good press. That's what I love about the craft artist glue.
Yes, good glue that. You'll probably get offered that on the website when you go to check out. Or
yeah, because when we bring it with the small bottles, it just flies.
Oh yeah, it always is hardly ever.
It's a brilliant glue there. So I just straight onto there, onto our mirror card, and we'd have that on top of there. There we go.
Nice card, that. Really nice card. Lovely demonstration on how well you can use those clear stamps to stamp into, and they are still available. The alphabet was part of the one-day special, which is sold out, but your monogram stamps, where you can stamp into, they're clear stamps, but high-quality clear stamps, meaning you can use them with your hot techniques and stamping in, and they're so deep, the stamps, as well, that you actually get that proper
you've got
detail
such a lot of
going
depth in there, and that's what I wanted. That was part of the moulding.
Yeah, that was the why you did at 8 o'clock last night. But actually, it looks like you've pressed a bit harder with the P, actually, because each one will be a bit different. And
each one will be different.
I love that, because that looks like it's been polished as well, so you can go...
because there was more, there was silver added to that, which added the difference on it. So I'll put that to one side.
Brilliant stuff. Well, thank you so much for everything so far, John. It's an ace show so far. But I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you agree with that, actually. I've just made a sweeping statement. You're approaching a quarter of the stock's gone on that Wild Stock's last one in about, 5 minutes or so. So it is definitely one to get quickly, if you can. You've got your flexi order opportunity, because pretty much everything else on the show is brand new as well. So check this out and see you in a minute.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping baskets, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Yeah, that's the Flexi order, of course, and when you're using it on John's show now, live, because we're here live until 10 o'clock with John, maybe you want to add your craft along bundle with it. Also, everything else on the show is brand new, so we'll be using some of the paints and some of the inks later on between now and 10 a.m. But this is the craft along bundle, John, and it's like a new concept for 2019. And it's a great... What do you think of craft? Are you looking forward to it?
I am really looking forward to it. I get asked so many times by people, can you come to Devon? Can you come to Cornwall? Can you come to Glasgow? Can you come to Edinburgh and do a workshop? Yeah, and I can't come everywhere.
No, you'd love to.
I would absolutely love to, but I can't. The craft along gives me an opportunity for people to actually craft along with me, or to attend a workshop. So I know that if people order the kit now, they won't get it in time.
Yes,
But the 2-hour workshop show will still be available on YouTube, I believe.
Yes, so you would still be able to get your bundle today, watch the craft along tomorrow.
Yeah, and then craft along with me later on.
Yeah, watch it on rewind.
Yeah, so it gives me an opportunity for people to do a sort of e-workshop with me on some brand new products that have not been launched, not available anywhere else. We've not done these anywhere else, and you'll be making the products along with us.
Yeah, I think it's such a great idea. Yes, we have lots of demonstrations on our live shows. Yes, we show lots of finished samples. Yes, we can chat about what we call a pack shot, where we've got what you're buying in something. We say, oh, you've got this and that and the other. But there's nothing like actually having what you're using at home, exactly what you're using, having everything to be able to copy what you're doing.
Yeah, because when you come to a workshop with me, I always have sort of lots of sets of the dies, but you're always sharing. I think it'd be nice for people not to have to share for once.
You've got yours.
But you'll be making it in time with me, and I'll be doing it step by step. I've not pre-cut anything. The only thing I've done ahead is this is one of the projects we're doing. A card here shown on the back of the packaging. Yeah. So all I've done is pre-do the mats and layers at home, but I'll give you all the instructions on that tomorrow.
Okay, then, which for most of us who've been crafting for a little bit of time know that, but you're
if you come to a workshop with me, you won't sit there cutting your mats and layers and gluing them together. You will do that separately.
But it still includes everybody who's never done it before as well. John, what will you be doing then with well, actually, what are you getting in the set first?
So what you're getting is you're getting the heart box, which is this die, which gives you a full 3D lid and base heart box, so you can see there a couple of examples done. So this is actually a round heart, not squared off, so this is a chocolate box, or you can do it as a little basket, a little bag, and then you get the inserts for it or for cards. So these will fit exactly in the box and around the box, but they can also be used, as you can see on the packaging there, for cards to match with it. You're going to be getting the my double-sided strong adhesive, which makes the box making a lot easier. You'll be getting the card that you need, which is the white gold crystal card.
It's a nice shine to that.
So you've got that
actually.
beautiful sheen to it.
Yeah.
And you'll also be getting a bonus of 2 pieces of the crystal flower making paper in the silver. Then you get the butterfly embellishment, which I adore, because this...
Look, go on.
This is a real leaf.
Okay.
So this is a real leaf that's been dipped in metal. Every single one is individual.
Oh, right.
Every single one is a different shape, and you get the bead and the little wings and everything to go with it, and it just looks beautiful on your box. So we'll be tying a ribbon around our chocolate box and putting the butterfly embellishment on. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to do it, to be honest.
Lovely. Look, that's going to be tomorrow, so what time can we tune in tomorrow for it?
From 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3 till
so
5.
2 hours, yeah, 3 till 5 tomorrow. You'll be with Catherine as well, so it'll be a nice little duo, you and Catherine, presenter Catherine, and you've got everything here that you'll need for that craft along. Yes, order it now, and it will be obviously winging its way to you when the craft along is on tomorrow, but the craft along will still be available digitally online, and you get easy access via our website. Links are onto the YouTube as well, so you'll be able to watch it there, and it's on rewind on hochanda.com. So that's craft along tomorrow, 3 p.m. And look, there's the countdown. I love it. In 1 day's time, 5 hours, 33 minutes and 8 seconds. Go for it. Order the kit. Watch the craft along tomorrow. When you get the kit as well, you'll be able to watch the craft along again to then be able to literally craft along like having a class with John, and that is worth its weight in gold. To get that craft along bundle, you can see what it's going to be costing you on screen right now. It's a great offer. 2 payments of $25.98. You've got everything you need there. That's on Flexi order. Add everything else to your Flexi buy, and everything else will be split in 2, because Flexi buy covers across 2 months, and pretty much everything on the show, when we're scrolling through it here now, is brand new with John Lockwood today. So we've got the fabric inks, fabric paints, and they're not just exclusively for fabric either, are they, John?
They're not, no. This is what I love about Aladdin, who are the company that make Eyes Inks. These are Eyes Ink brand, but these are pigment ink sprays. So we've got our sprays, we've got our dye sprays, we've got our ink sprays, we've got our mica sprays. These are pigment, which means you're getting a beautiful opacity with them. So you're not translucent. So if we look there, that's sprayed just onto watercolour card. Nothing spectacular, nothing amazing, just onto watercolour card. But again, if we look at the bottom, you can see what that happens when you put them onto fabric.
Yes, yeah.
So here I've used it with the art thing again to make art.
Okay.
But sprayed, stamped, and then inked over the top. But of course they're designed for fabric as well, so they're permanent on fabric. Here's Jeff.
Jeff is back, yeah.
And I was hoping to show you this, because I've got to get some ice for it in the 1 o'clock show. But this is so easy, because this T-shirt is just so easy to make. We've got the lettering across it, but I absolutely love the look of it, and it's just the sprays. So it lets us get into fabric crafts and dyeing without getting gloves on, because all of these wash straight off your hands, because they're pigment. So they don't stain your hands, they don't stain your fingers. You're not getting those little tins. Do you remember the little tins where you used to have to pop a thing in and put salt in?
Lid off and
You spray or you use, you let it dry, you iron it, it's fixed. And it's no mess. And I love no mess. I don't like mess.
And this is the winter option here you're looking at. There's a lovely shot before where you saw the sprays and there you go, look. And you've got the T-shirt in the background as well. So you've got pastel, absinthe, sky and eucalyptus. Those are your 4 colours in the winter option. Winter is coming. And then you've got the summer option down here in the front. Obviously the warmer colours for the summer. And we had something else to show as well. Just realised Jeff's got moobs as well.
Yeah, I'll move Jeff.
Calling that Jeff. We need to rename Jeff.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
Oh yes, it's there. I'll get that. Because if anything,
you're taller than me. I'm only 5 foot and a fag butt, as they say. But this is
5'8" officially.
But I love this. This was basically a tie dye, but this was tie dye done with spraying. And the colours just come out so intense on it. But the great thing is, of course, unlike a lot of dyes, they're not soaking through. And it's still really soft.
It's really punchy as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not crunchy.
It's not crunchy or hot.
It
is I just think this is so fabulous.
It's a punch
and that just wants, you know, your monogram stamping on it. And you're done. But we'll do that in the next demo.
Yeah, we should do. We should do. So that's the winter option at the top. We just looked at the summer option in more detail there. Yes, they're fabric inks and pigment inks and amazing and permanent on fabric. You've got the instructions, visual instructions on the side of the bottles. But use the them onto canvas, use them onto card, use them onto paper, use them on wood and MDF. They're not exclusively just for fabric in any way like that. So no limits. We've got the paints as well now, John. These are also fabric paints, but not exclusively for fabric, as we want to keep saying.
No.
Metallics are at the top.
So these these are their fabric paints. So again, these are, you leave to dry for 30 minutes, you iron on a warm iron, and they're fixed on fabric. And again, they're not hard or harsh. Okay. But the great thing is these will work with anything. So this is them straight onto wood.
Right, very, very strong colour on that, yeah.
So we're not using, and that's no coating or anything. No. Here's what I did for one of our next door neighbours.
Wood being porous, it's a hot colour.
So Sam did that, you see the silver in there, and we just stamped Noah over the top. The name, sort of kids' bedroom. So again, I like multi-use products. I like to be able to pick something up and go, I can paint a piece of card with that, I can paint a painting with that, but I can do it on fabric as well, I can do it on cushions.
Yeah.
I have got some cushions, but they didn't arrive. One-day delivery didn't work.
One day didn't.
So they arrived after I left yesterday, and I was going to do some painting on the cushions, but I've done the t-shirts instead.
You pay for one-day delivery.
I know,
That's
it's terrible.
Most annoying. So you've got the paints. We're talking about getting into more detail. Yes, the sprays are amazing for spraying and getting a random haphazard result potentially, or for doing tie-dye technique, but painting for getting in there.
Yeah. So that's what we've done with the details. So I've put them into sets. So I've put them into 5 sets. So what you're looking at there have come from the pinks and from the primary. So I've used something from the primary because I think you really need the primary to get started, because that will mix the other colours for you.
Yeah, there's a third butterfly.
So I've done you the metallics. So you get a metallic silver, a black and the grey.
You said the grey is a nice key to
The grey is great for darkening your shades. It's a lot safer and better than black. Then we've got the primaries. So here's the metallics.
That's the metallics, yeah. Details.
So you've got a metal silver, and if you can see how metal that is, you can't.
You can
actually
you can
metal.
See the shine.
Yeah. The grey's perfect for sort of darkening shades down.
Look how simple that is. Really quickly before we move to the primaries, though. Look, paint it on. Wait. Iron it in to seal it with a medium iron, and then you can wash it at 40 degrees. It's amazing. And then you've got the primaries down below there. So that would be metallics would be a great one to get because you get your greys, and that's good for shading and knocking your colour back. But the primary is brilliant for that blending.
The primaries are great for mixing your colours together. We know you've got yellow, red, and blue. You should be able to make. We say every other colour. They all come from that, but the shades and the tones, you couldn't get the tealy colour. I couldn't work out how to get that with those. So at least, you know, there are more tones in there, but it will give you a great start.
Yeah.
Then we've got the pink, so you've got the purple and 2 shades of pink.
Different item numbers for all these, by the way.
So you've got a purple, you've got a light pink, and you've got a bright pink. I think one of them's called flesh pink, and one of them's like marshmallow or Montpellier or something. You can never remember the French names of all of them. Then you've got sort of warm, which has got your brown, your orange, and a deeper red.
Yeah.
Just beautiful shades in there.
And then the brights.
Sort of the brights. And then finally we've got the cools. Is it cools?
No, you call them brights, John, I think. But we wanted to call them cools. Oh, lights, that was it, lights. But in hindsight, we'd love to call them cool, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So, I get them wrong. So you've got a teal, you've got a light blue, you've got like a swart, which I believe is sort of a bluey green colour.
Okay.
I didn't bother translating them, I've got to be honest.
No, don't worry. I mean, Isink is a French company, and they've all got wonderful, fantastical names and stuff. But basically, I could tell, if I was watching at home, I would know that I love my ocean scenes, and I think that it would be good to get the metallics as well. The primaries potentially are lovely to get, and maybe the blues for your landscapes and other blues like that. If you do a lot of florals and things and butterflies, you might want to go down. You'll know which ones you want. It doesn't matter about the names. So 433701. 40% of this option has gone, though. 40% has gone after just last night's launch at 6. We've also got our textile ink pads, and this is the warm option on your textile ink pads. And you've got your Dahlia, your Absinthe and Jaune, and also warm in the red is the last colour there in the warm set. Approaching half the stock gone on your textile ink pads. And then there's a cool set as well. Once you've got both of these, you're pretty much covered, and that's 090080. And that's, I want to say this, indigo, pastel, sky and Grenache. And then you've got your wild stocks last. We've sold out of the one-day special. Ring the bell. The one-day special is gone. It's 175213. To get that, it's £6 off with your one-day special now gone. The alphabet, though, is supposed to be $39.99. For a penny less, you're getting the alphabet and you're getting the gold pigment ink as well. Glass bottle, glass dropper, the works. So 175213 to order now. So, John, where do we find you now?
Right, so I thought, well, this is a pair of cheap white Primani jeans.
You know white jeans are in.
Sam told me when we went shopping for this.
Yeah, they're in.
He said they're really in
in
at the moment. But I thought let's put some colour on. Let's have some play.
Everyone's wearing Taylor Swift, Calvin Harris. Forget about it. White jeans are in at the moment.
Well, these are not going to be white for much longer. But what I'm going to use, this is the textile spray.
Everyone's
this
wearing
is
white jeans.
The blue, and I'm doing it.
Look at this.
There we go. That's it. Now the great thing is that it's nearly dry.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. So we've given it just a light shading across. I'm going to give it a little bit more darker.
I love the fact that we're going on to fabric, but we could be going on to canvas, watercolour card. These are multi-surface sprays.
So should we go with an M for matte? Let's monogram these for matte.
What waist are these?
They're a 34-30.
Stretch slim. I could.
You could.
I could just
for 1 o'clock. Do you think we'll get you into these matte?
Potentially with the button undone, maybe.
Yeah.
With just the, is it? Yeah, I could do with the top button undone. It's a button fly. I think I'd get away with it. If it was a zip, it'd have done, you know.
So I'm just going to use now some of the. This is the pigment ink, fabric ink pads, which I think have the dark has sold out, but we've got them in the colours.
Yeah, this little configuration down here with the gold, that's gone. Basically, the lesson is get anything you can as quickly as you can.
Just going to take a little bit of cut up stamp pad, just so that I've got something solid to stamp onto. And don't worry about the sprays getting on your hand because they're pigment.
Oh, yes.
They wash straight off.
Permanent on fabric, don't worry about your
I had Sam running back to the kitchen going, I've got my red hands.
Yeah.
I was more concerned about the red that was on his blue top, which didn't come out.
So it is permanent on fabric, all of this stuff. Nice.
So there we've got RM. So now I'm just going to take a little paintbrush, grab my palette. See, I put everything organised, ready to go, and then I lose things.
Got your white jeans, though.
I have got the white jeans, so...
Where's it gone? Where's it gone?
No, I had it 2 seconds ago, the palette I was going to use, but hey-ho.
Is it...
So I'm going to use a little bit of the blue.
No, it really is gone. I don't think you did have it.
I genuinely, I thought, it's probably under the jeans, knowing me. So I'm taking the light blue, and I'm taking, this is from the sort of lights. Did we call it lights when it should have been called cools?
Yes, it's the most popular option. 40% gone is the lights.
Just going to take a little bit of this. You see how easily it goes on. Because it's not... I don't know what it is about fabric paints. Sometimes they're a bit hard and a bit sort of crusty, if that makes sense. You know, they dry that way.
Yeah.
These are... I don't know. They make such amazing products, I think. They really do.
They've got great pigment, great colours going on, and whatever surface you're going onto, it doesn't matter.
No, not at all. And of course, because they're not overly wet, they work perfectly on paper and card. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter colour, and I'm just going to...
Ooh, shading with them there, yeah.
Shading through with it from the top. Bring it down. This is the problem, is it's not showing up again on camera as much as it is on air.
Yeah, when we hold it up,
in
it might
real
show
life, yeah. So just going to... I'll put that one in. And then all I'm going to do, we're going to add a few little flowers or something around it.
Oh,
so, when I find my block, I'm going to take, because it's matte, let's go with a couple of leaves, shall we?
You can go with flowers if you want.
And I'm going to use, this is the fabric inks.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got your, I think they're cool and warm are the options, but you have to double check me on that with the fabric inks. They are brand new. We're very happy to have these.
And of course they're the same colours as we've got.
That's good.
We'll take that piece out. So just going to put a few leaves on. but they're so easy to stamp. And these are the same shades as you've got in the fabric paints.
In the paints as well. Okay, so these are inks, so for more stamping, more direct images, and then you've got the paints for actual freehand with a brush. All fabric specific, but not exclusive. So you can use them on wood, MDF, on canvas, on watercolour card, normal stamping card, whatever.
I'll just use my blue.
And this is in the cool option. We've also got the warm option on your fabric inks. Left-hand side at the moment is the winter cool option. For £16.99 plus delivery. Nice, get those on introductory price. Monday special sold out while stocks last is available. And it is your monogram stamps we've used for the M there. And these are cool trousers. If I can't get into them, Yanis will, but we'd have to change the M to a Y.
We'd have to change the M to a Y.
Or M for Morgan, Yanis Morgan. You know, you put a Y on his sort of left bottom cheek on the back pocket.
But I wanted to show you don't have to be highly skilled at painting. I'm just adding bits of colour in. Using the shades. There we go. Really quick. But you could spend so much more time at home. But what a nice gift and something different to do with the stamps and with the pieces. There we go. Gonna go with
so versatile. 1 minute we're stamping into molten ultra thick embossing powders and creating a journal cover or a little monogram for some home decor. Next minute we're making a card, a dad card, a mum card. Lovely road sign or house signs, house names.
And I'm just going to add a few little dots. The great thing with this, adding the dots, so easy, they'll stay on. Ties the design together, but also hides anywhere where you've caused problems. So anywhere that you've actually splashed, then that's where you would actually put that in.
Right, the cover up.
Yeah, that's just...
Talking about freehand and no need for any skill. I mean, actually, John, you've shown it to be amazing. I mean, you've got wonderful skills and wonderful...
I really don't.
You have. But we could do this to any level.
Anyone could. Kids could do this at parties and things.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's a brilliant way to do it.
Give them each a T-shirt, plain T-shirt, or
there we go.
Pair of white jeans. You said these were low cost, you know.
There we go.
Armani. Love that. Absolutely love it. Are you going to be wearing white jeans like all the other celebrities now, John?
No,
no, you're not.
But you are, Matt, because I think we're going to wear those at 8. I think you're going to wear those for 1 o'clock. Do you want to just hold those up a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to finish off.
I'm a bit worried about them being like a 3/4 length.
There we go. Then we'll go.
Not getting too much overspray, no.
Nope.
Are you happy about that?
There you go.
Yeah, it's completely clean on the back as well.
Yeah.
So they'd be all right on the golf course, would they? No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Look. I don't play golf.
I wouldn't have you down as a golfer somehow.
I don't play. No. Maybe pitch and putt down at, I don't know. Or mini golf down at the local haven. So you've got those. I'm going to be wearing those at 1 p.m. if I can get into them. You've got your fabric sprays and your fabric inks. You've got pretty much everything. I'll just leave the trousers here to dry. Pretty much everything is brand new today with John Lockwood, and we've sold out of the 1 day special. We do have a while stocks last deal for you. Here it is. It's up on screen now, and you can be getting hold of the stamps, which are $39.99 normally. But today you're getting those for $38.98, saving £1 and twopence. But you're also getting that gold pigment ink, which is now unavailable. The gold pigment ink in the other bundle. So it was available with a dark fabric ink pad and some silver, but that's sold out there. We've just got the gold left, and that's in the one that's in the while stocks last. Let me show you some of these examples now. I'll move those because the dies are sold out. Here we go. Here's one with a stamp. and you've got thank you. All you have to do is then mask off or stamp the rest of the word, and it doesn't even have to match in size to prove it. The monogram can be an oversized, you know, you make a point with that oversized monogram, and then you've got the rest of that with your thank you. Pencil that in, pen it in, stamp it in, it's your choice. This is a brilliant Christmas card as well, stamped and embossed in the silver. Really like that with some of John's snowflakes on it. There is a certain elegance to it. You've got your mum card here for mum's birthday, Mother's Day, but you can see how with the Lavinia stamps showing you the fairies, finishing that off, it's very, very effective. Then, you know what, grab your paper pads, grab your paints, and grab your colouring mediums to actually match it up with your papers behind, and get the peel-offs out. There you go. Get the peel. That's happy birthday. That doesn't have to be stamped or embossed or anything. You might have peel-offs left over from years ago. It might have been where you started. Maybe one of the first things we ever had were peel-offs. And then you've got those used. Ange has made this as well.
So I can't steal it.
Yeah. So you can't. So it's got to go back. Yes. That's the rule, of course. And then look at this other mixing it up a little bit for Noah this time, one of John's neighbours, and then you've got another Christmas card here with Joy. Is that another one of John's neighbours? No, it's just a generic Christmas card. Oh, is it? Is it a friend? Oh, it is. I thought it was a
friend called Joy. Yes.
I honestly thought that was just a generic Christmas card. You've got here monograms beautifully used with your ampersand for wedding stationery as well, with E and A. Not EA, because that's a computer game company, and not V&A, because that's a museum. EA. So they've gone down in my estimation in recent years, anyway. So you've got your wedding day card as well. So this was using the dies that have now sold out. Check out the design on here. This is so if you are making to sell. That is a really nice piece that anybody could buy when they're walking past. If you want to personalise things, you could be having those backgrounds ready to go, and you could say to people, what do you want me to stamp for you? Come back in a few days' time, or a few hours' time, sorry, or a few minutes' time. For children's nurseries, for children's doors at home, everything, you could be spelling shorter names out easily, or stamp the first letter of their name, and then squiggle, calligrapher the rest of it, or stamp the rest of it maybe. You are getting the stamps today, and you're also getting the pigment ink down here because the One Day Special has sold out. This is a wild stocks last deal. There was a massive stock of the One Day Special, and I was shocked when I came in this morning to find out that 80% of the stock had gone. It's now gone completely. But now we are a quarter of the stock on the wild stocks last gone. So it's definitely time to order it earlier doors. We've got much less of the wild stocks last than we had of the One Day Special. We've also got a few other products. This is a stamp cleaning mat. This is so busy, and quite rightly so. Keep your stamps looking tip-top. 422161 to order it for $9.99. You've also have another couple of options. You've got some pens, the dye ink pens. They come with the storage bag and the small, medium and large water brushes. I think that's one of the only items that's like not brand new on John's show today. £6 off today on the offer, 808711. And then we also have our magic box frames. This is like a piece of film inside the frame, so you can suspend things, and it's $9.99 to get the set of 4, or you can get a set of 2 of the smaller ones with 2 of the bigger ones oh, they're all gone, are they? Old news. Makes a change from fake news, but old news there, because that other option's sold out. But yeah, I won't open this, because it's got your leaf inside it, John.
It has, yeah, but this is what I love them. It's 3D. So this is completely flat, and this has been in here for weeks, but it will go totally flat when it's finished.
It springs back in, yeah.
But that, you can see, isn't. Yeah. But it just makes things float, so you make beautiful things with these. Yeah. I was going to put some letters into it, onto the big one, but we had to pull that one, so...
They do fit,
They do
they?
fit.
Yeah,
they fit exactly in there.
Your monogram stamp fit exactly in.
So I thought we'd do arty.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But one thing I do want to do is my A is getting a little bit dirty.
Okay.
And I don't often clean stamps. People know that. The only time to clean a stamp is when you're changing colour or when you're embossing and you don't want the colour to come through. So I've got my stamp cleaning pad, and this has got thousands of microfiber little filaments in it.
Is it just water, that?
So it's just water into one side. Never clean your stamps with anything other than water unless you're using StazOn, because it will damage them. And all you do is clean your stamp.
Wow, that was getting dirty, wasn't it?
Yeah. But the little filaments get into everywhere. Because I've used the fabric ink on this, because I've used everything, and we can dry it off on the top one. So just get anything off and dry it off.
Very good.
There we go. You can see how long. See?
Brilliant. That's really coming out, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I don't know
goodness
if you
me.
can catch that.
Yeah.
You can actually see how long I've been doing that for.
That's been a few days of sample making.
That's been, yeah, I've spent a lot of time doing that. One of the things to try not to do...
So you can get the stamp cleaning mat for $9.99 today, details on the left. It's very,
is
very
to
popular.
try not to have the piece of card you're going to use next to where you're cleaning it, because then you'll get all these little black bits on it,
yes.
which is what I've just done, but that will just add to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put Artie down.
Oh.
So let's just close that and get it in the right place. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do, we're just going to use black this time then. So just... Yay, I break things. Again, they're really thick. They're really detailed stamps, they're really deep, to give them a really good inking. It's where the stamp presses come so into their own.
And even if you do stamp down and you think, oh gosh, I didn't quite get that bit, I want it sharper, open it up, re-ink, put it down again. Stamp presses are brilliant.
So your son's name is Arthur.
Arthur, yeah, Artie.
I didn't have the time to go all that one, so we've rechristened him Artie.
Yeah.
To match, but there we go.
A lot of people say, oh, King Arthur, like King Arthur. I'm like, no, Arthur Daly.
Ah, named after his dad.
Yeah, Wheeler Dealer, yeah.
So, what I've done is, you see, you get a really beautiful, crisp finish on them as long as you ink properly.
Such a nice, I mean, that is a really good, I've always said and I'm probably wrong on so many things, but I think I'm right on this, to see a really good quality stamp it cleanly in black on white card,
on a good
predominantly
smooth
white
card, yeah.
And that is a great basic demonstration. As lovely as all of our samples are, and they're better for showing the variety,
that shows the quality of a stamp
quality,
to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use some of the gold that we're getting in the Wild Stocks last. So you get the gold pigment ink, and what I love about this is the A of the Artie isn't aligned to colour.
Right.
But so I'm going to gild it.
Oh.
And this is what's so good about the pigment ink, because it's a pure, it's almost like having liquid gold. I absolutely love this stuff, and because it's pigment, I've got an extra
Luckily
hair.
we're using pigment ink, which is in the Wild Stocks last deal. So
Yeah, because it's a pigment ink, it means that, and it's made by Aladdin, it's made by Ink, it will actually go onto anything. So this will work on plastic, glass, concrete, metal, paper, card, everything. So you can actually use this to paint onto acetate or anything.
Personalising like a set of like decorative glasses for an engagement.
You could gild them. Again, you couldn't dishwash them.
No.
Would be a gentle hand wash. Never ever, don't move your hand, move your work when you're painting. It's about the only thing I can remember from college still. There we go. So we'll just go down to do the rest of that.
Nothing to stop you making these to sell as well, all in terms of copyright free and everything, as long as it's a hand finished and handmade item. John, you're very happy for people to make it all for friends and family,
whatever you want
selling
with
purposes.
them.
So if you've got a couple of there's no need to just have names pre-done like this. What you can do is you could have easily chopped into these and have different tiles with different letters, 6 of each letter, turn up to a craft fair with them, and you'll be able to spell a few different names easily if you've got 6 different versions.
So we've just gilded that, and again, if you see...
The shine.
The shine of the gold. It's not because it's wet, that's what we've got. So I'm going to colour the rest of the letters in. Now, I've let some of the bits smear on this. So it just adds to the mixed media look.
Yeah.
So what's his favourite colour?
I think it's got to be, I'm going to say blue.
At the moment, blue. Okay,
yeah.
so...
He goes on about the whole rainbow. So blue, orange, I like blue, orange, purple, I like, he gets very excited about all colours.
So
but
these are the
blue.
Eyes Ink dye pens. These are the same as the pens.
Thanks for asking.
It's going to go purple, blue. Ooh. So what I'm going to do is just put a colour. And I'm imagining the lights coming this direction.
Right.
So what I'm doing is putting the darker line
Wild Stock's Art Steel,
half
half the stock is gone. The Wild Stock's Art Steel is going very quickly, but the pens and the storage case and the medium brushes, small, medium and large water brushes, going fast.
So I'm just going along the opposite side to where I think the light's coming in. Right.
The Wild Stock's Art Steel is also very popular. It's approaching a third of the stock gone from that.
There we go. So just put that in, yeah?
Okay.
Take a little bit of the ink, put it out onto my lid, and I'm going to grab my small water brush.
Oh, you get the small, medium and large with this pack of pens.
Just to start me off, and I'm just going to pull that colour out.
Oh.
That's
brilliant. Is that the show got any of this as well? Oh my goodness me, we've got less than a minute, John.
I'll pull the colour out. There we go. So I'm only going to get one letter done, but I will get this finished.
No, we will.
There we go.
Do this. We'll stay behind after school. We'll do this now. But yeah, John, I don't know where that went. I'm sure they've been telling me. I'm so sorry, Director.
Sorry,
we've not been listening. He's probably been telling me, 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. We've literally got seconds to say goodbye, John, but we'll see you at 1 p.m. this afternoon.
See you at 1 p.m.
Thank you so much for everything. I know it's a bit shocking, the fact that the One Day Special has gone with such a big stock available, but it has gone. The Wild Stock's Art is there. Not as many of those are in stock for us, and it is approaching a third of the stock gone on the Wild Stock's Art. See you at 1, John.
See you at 1.
Okay, John's gone back with his water brush. We're going to finish off Artie's little monogram design. We've got Angela Damon designs coming up now. We've got buttons with Gina B and hot wax and cold gel all on the way. Why not help us support Witchcraft as they celebrate their 30th Stamp Magic show on Sunday the 2nd of June. Stamp Magic is the incredible stamping and papercraft show located at Doncaster's The Dome within Lakeside Leisure Park. Since 2004, Stamp Magic has brought together the UK's most dedicated craft experts in this intimate surrounding, and they look forward to seeing you all there. Tickets are available from Hochanda in advance for only £4, or alternatively on the door for £5. So what are you waiting for? Go to hochanda.com and order your tickets today.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now.